Very bizarre. Very bizarre. But thank you for that raid. I see you were playing some Trails in the Sky. Oh, yeah, Trails in the Sky. That's awesome. I seem to recall you saying, Gamertech, you've been getting into that series lately. I hope you're enjoying it, because that game looks very cool. Or the series looks very cool. I've not played any of them, but I've also got my eye on that first one, because it does look pretty neato. While I'm alt-tabbed, I'm going to grab a couple other things. But yeah, apologies for this weird shaking motion we're having, because I don't really know what else to do, because I closed the game down, I relaunched, and I checked both the Steam reviews and also the Steam community page for the game to see if it's like a known problem, or if it's a and you know, it conflicts with OBS, it conflicts with Streamlabs, any sort of known thing where this is like a recurring problem for folks, and I couldn't find anything. That jumped out as being like an obvious issue. So we'll continue at least for a bit, and if this weird shaky motion continues, then I don't know. It's weird because it's not present if I'm moving. If I'm moving, then we're okay. Shift and dash through enemy through projectiles or through obstacles. Okay, so you can't dash through things. You dash through fire, you die. You can dash through the fire. So if you dash, you have invulnerability flames. Jump and dash to go further, right? All right. Boop. And it's one of those where you can dash in any direction. So you can like dash straight up. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And you can also like fast fall. That's kind of neat too. Very large open space we're in right now. Like the little fella up above the this little opening. Opening down the hall. So I guess we can do the wall jumps. Yes. He said 3 max. Very nice. Nice and easy, nice and smooth. Unlike our standing still motions. Right. Jonesing from so much ridiculous withdrawal. It's a bummer because I can't really read the signs, and I love reading like goofy signs in places like this. You can read it, but it's just very awkward and uncomfortable. Yeah, but I love like reading the goofy things that games like this have, just kind of out and about for all to appreciate. Left button to launch the ball. So weird, man. I might turn the audio down a little bit. And the music, too, for that matter. When the indicator in the center flashes, press Q to stop the ball for a 5-second cooldown. Q to stop for a 5-second cooldown. Okay. Oh, okay. And then you punch it. Okay. The gauge shows the ball speed and increase each time you hit it. Okay. There's different ratings. Different ratings for it. There we go. You can flick it. There we go. So I'm trying to watch for that little indicator to show when you can stop it. The ball speed decreases over time. So here's where the Lethal League comparison comes in hot. A lot of fights in Trail. Right. I'm not surprised. They're really nice and difficult. Game tech, very nice. He says no face rolling. I'm not familiar with that term, face rolling. I don't think I've heard that one before. Yeah, I'm with you, Meerkat. We'll just try it. We'll just try and see what happens. Let's see what happens. Bam. Thump, 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 thump. Dashing or wall jumping lets you create combos. Okay. Okay. I did say I was gonna, there we go, enter. Yeah, I was gonna turn the sound down a little bit. So music, turn that down a little bit. Then sound effects, turn that way down, because that thumping is a little bit louder than I'd prefer it be. Yeah, strung out from drugs from... That's right, Audrey. We played Barrel Trauma yesterday, so maybe it's like our guy fucking ingested too many painkillers or injected too many questionable syringes in their body. Or they just got the shakes. They just got the shakes because their body received too much barometric pressure, and like their nervous system is just fucked from all the awfulness that our characters experienced yesterday. That game was a lot of fun, even though some shenanigans took place, and there was a little bit of pressurized explosiveness that took place. I guess implosiveness, rather, when my guy fucking auto died. We went down too deep, and my guy was still on health, so when we hit that wall, my dude just exploded. Just complete insta-gib. Ridiculous. And pow. There we go. So trying to keep track of the ball. Like, so it's still on a D rating right now. And then slide, there we go. So I see the ball, yeah, the speed going down. And when the door's window's green, you can access the next room. Right. I'm trying to like figure out good ways to get the speed up and get it like a nice rating. And I'm guessing like trying to punch it just raw like this, trying to punch it without freezing it is really hard. There we go. Oh. So it's like still going down. So it's like I see it's going up for sure. So I assume that freezing it like maintains its momentum. And it's still a D rating. Yeah, maybe it'll make more sense when we get down to business. Like when you get to like a proper level. Just go in. Yeah, aim with the ball, right. Very, very good. You can beat oh, okay, right. That's what face rolling means. Right. Like a lot of, especially starting out, using those JRPGs can be a little bit more on the easy side. Right, so smack that one there. When you hit the ball, you can aim and right. There we go. And bam, there we go. When the roads get to the exit, see, I'm guessing building up combos will be a little bit easier when we have actual combat. Because right now, it's like you can do some wall jumping, some sliding. Looks like sliding doesn't count for building up combos, but like jumping off walls will do it. So the score attack aspect of the game is something that I'm trying to like brace for and get good with. So here is where we can actually choose our levels. Got an achievement for finishing a level without taking any damage, but when it's the tutorial level, not that should really count, but I can't complain. Still get this weird bouncy motion. And I noticed that like the door is also fucking weird. You know what? It's probably a GPU thing. Let's be real. It's probably a GPU driver thing. You know, I could try to like verify the integrity of the Steam game's cache. But if I had to guess, it's weird that it's like, see, it seems to be like a physics thing too is the thing. Usually it's just a visual thing. But if I had to guess, I know GPU shenanigans like graphics cards can also impact like the way like physics is handled in certain games. You would think that would be more of an engine level thing though. It's weird that because we've played and streamed plenty of Unity games before, but that's best I can figure. That's best I can figure. So if anybody watching this game is maybe put off by that weird jiggle vision our guy is currently experiencing, and the fact that there's nobody else that's ever mentioned this in who's in like the community page and like the community hub for this game and the store page, like the Steam reviews, no one's made any mention of it. I think it's something that only I'm experiencing, and it's probably because I'm on AMD. Yeah, difficulty, stick with normal for now. That is, let's say, does it stick? Does the selection stick? I guess I don't know. I'll assume that normal is acceptable. So yeah, level 1. So mouse sensitivity, we'll leave that alone. Inputs, so it's the same kind of menu we just saw moments earlier. I guess callback, I guess if you wanted to retrieve the ball back to you, which is kind of nice. So I'll keep that in mind. So, oddly enough, the audio settings reset. That's a little bit annoying. Unless that's like not correct. So if I check this menu again, did it reset everything? Yes it did. Yes it did. Alright, well, so I guess I'll set it here then. That's a little bit annoying. That being said, I do enjoy a nice little computer menu inside of a game. A computer inside of a game that is kind of neat. So I think we turn music down a little bit. And then sound effects I turned down a lot of bit. And then same with ambience. Yeah, that should be good. And just make sure it's stuck. Just make sure it stuck around this time. In menu, it's like now I'm paranoid that it's just gonna reset every time, but hopefully it should be good. All right, cool. Anything else? Anything else before we jump in? I'm also, oh yeah, now I can't jump. So I guess in certain zones you can't jump. It's like I wish I could appreciate the goofy things that we're seeing here. Can I just go through this one then? Oh, so it just starts the next level. Okay, cool. So I don't have to pick it manually. That's kind of nice. Enemy's health bar. Okay. And total HP. Good. Once your health reaches 0, then you're all good to go. Cool. There we go. Ouch. So where's my ball? Ball is right here. Smack him. There we go. And can I just punch him? The tricky thing about trying to pull off combos here is, on the one hand, like, I'm gonna want to like bounce off the wall and do like sliding and that kind of thing. But then it's gonna be hard to keep up with the ball in that sense. So if I'm like bouncing off the wall and doing wall jumps and shit like that, that's all well and good. Oh shit, I missed. Bam. Wonder who these guys are exactly, who these bad guys are. Looks like it's just kind of bouncing back and forth, which is delightful, although I don't think it looks like it's not actually hurting them. But it's doing a little bit of damage. I'm having a hard time getting the ball to like do anything significant though. It's still just kind of default speed. An achievement for performing a glory kill from 10 meters or more. So I got my first kill. Execute a kill by punching them. Okay. So are you punchable? I guess he is. Now I did take a hit there, unfortunately. And callback is there we go. So you have to like wait for it, I guess. So it's a little bit awkward. So yeah, I'm a little bit, I guess I'm a little bit unsure. What's up, Jimmy? Yes, I'm a little bit unsure exactly how to get the speed built up more. I wonder if there's can I like read some of those messages again? Because it seemed like it was like after subsequent hits, it should be building up more momentum, but it's just sitting in the D rating the whole time. But let's just experiment more and go through more levels and see kind of how things go. Took a bit of damage earlier. Oh, would you look at that now? Oh, I was going to say, it looks like it's like, in some cases, look at that. Now it's not doing it. So it's like, it's dependent on where you're looking, I guess. I don't know. What a weird bug. What a weird bug. Man, that's so strange. Anyway, Jimmy, thank you for that raid, my man. Do a quick shout out for Jimmy. Oh, by the way, Gamertech, I should have mentioned earlier. Of course, you've raided plenty of times, so you probably know my general gist here. But if there's any clips you wanted to share, with us, feel free to do so, because that's my preferred way of expressing gratitude whenever someone raids, is to ask if there's anything yours you would like to share with us, because that's super cool of you to raid us. Jimmy, same thing with you. If there's anything yours you want to share with us, I'm always down. Really appreciate that raid. You were playing more Secret World Legends, of course. I'm gonna guess that you're probably doing some kind of cool challenge run, or playing a game called Sydless. This game came out about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, and I'm having a weird bug, and I think it's because I'm an AMD user. AMD users, of course, have a relatively small percentage of the market, and also my AMD drivers are a little bit out of date, but not that out of date relative to this game's release. This game was out by the time the version that I'm using right now was available. And also, it's a Unity game, and I've streamed so many Unity games, and I've never seen this bug before. But if I stand still, we got this jiggle vision thing going on. It's very distracting, and I can't say I like it. But I checked the Steam reviews, I checked the various pages and like community pages, that is, and no one made any mention of this. So I think it's something that is something that only I'm experiencing, unfortunately. But the whole idea with this game is that it's like Lethal League. You're bouncing around. You're trying to use this bouncy ball to attack bad guys. And you're trying to like build combos. Oh, now I can't jump. My jump button's broken. What the heck? Okay. That's a problem. I need to be able to jump in this game. Oh, now I'm walking through things. I wonder if that's intentional. So I can't jump. Why can't I not jump? Hold on. Can't jump. Okay, my spacebar definitely works. What is going on? I'm having all sorts of weird technical issues, man. Yeah, my spacebar definitely works. Okay, now I can jump. I got an achievement for performing a bunch of glory kills. Good for me. Not sure what that thing was. I'm actually wondering if I should not play this tonight. And if I should, like, do some... Because this is, not going to be a very representative summary of what the game is going to be like for some folks, for most folks. So I'm worried that all these technical problems I'm having, which are, again, probably related to my specific setup, worried that that's going to give people the wrong idea, and they're going to think, oh man, the game's all buggy, what the hell? When in reality, it's not the game, it's probably my setup. And... oh, is he dead? Okay, he's dead. We'll go a little bit more, but yeah, I'm nervous about just how many technical problems we're having on top of this goofy ass thing here. Yeah. Now so I guess going through like stuff in the levels maybe not a huge issue, but yeah, having this thing where I'm able where like certain like things that I stand on, like depending on what I'm standing on, I'm able to either have or not have the jiggle vision. Hold on, does this give you health? It gives you does not say actually. Not sure what that. I think maybe it makes more sense when you're in the midst of combat. So I would say, I don't know, if we have that happen again, I might need to just switch games or do something else. Because yeah, this is very bizarre. We'll try it a little bit more. All this blood and goop in the walls. Oh, other humans, other people, other dudes. So it's the blind randomizer. Oh, that's right. You did tell me about that, Jimmy. That's right. Randomized every 30 seconds, which is like mega hard mode. It sounds ridiculous, but if there's anybody who can pull it off, it's going to be Mr. Jimmy. We got Fleshette in the house. What's up, buddy? This is me? Oh, wait, are we dead? Is that our deal? What's this? What am I picking up? Generate shield. Oh, okay, so we're getting power-ups. That's nice. Okay. So you can deflect projectiles with it. Okay. That's cool. So we got the shield hand thing. The kinetic ring. It really looks like it's like on our entire hand, but I guess maybe it's like visualized differently. Let's see, I'll do the reflection. There we go. Oh, where'd the ball go? There it is. There we go. The guy multiple times. There we go. Now we got to rank up slowly but surely. See, I figured when it freezes in midair like that, and you follow up with an attack, that it keeps the momentum going. There we go. There's the B race. That's kind of what I was hoping to see. That as I'm like bouncing around, as I'm look at where the ball go. Oh, there it is. Shit, I was too slow. Failed to hit the ball before it detonates. Yeah, I got weird that that's an achievement. Smack. There we go. There's a lot of interesting things this game is doing when it functions correctly. And again, I can't really blame the game necessarily for the technical issues for happening. But I would say the issue I'm really having with this game... Oh, is everyone dead? The issue I'm really having with the game is that, you know, the whole thing is that they encourage you to bounce around and, well, not the bouncing we're having like this, but to jump off the walls and do cool slides and kind of do like just lots of parkouring. And also find opportunities to freeze the ball, jump in, smack the ball towards a bad guy to attack them, and kind of have that all work out. However, it's so easy to lose track of the ball because it's bouncing so quickly, and you're looking to see where the bad guys are, trying to avoid their bullshit. So when you're moving around, and the ball's moving around, and the bad guys are moving around, it's really hard to, like, have it all kind of gel together. I'm assuming that will get easier just as we get more experience with it, but that's like, it doesn't feel... I don't know if I love it. It feels weird, and it doesn't feel natural. But we're going to keep going and kind of see if we can kind of reach that point where it starts to become more second nature. So it's a weird one. It's definitely a weird one. Oh, here we go. Jimmy says, oh, we get to play some Fortnite? That's fun. 1 million channel points. Holy moly. That's incredible. That's incredible. And also quite the investment. Quite the investment. So... yeah, that's impressive. I'm sure it probably took them a minute. I'm sure it took them a while. Now, Jimmy, you've been streaming for a while, so probably not that long relatively, but that means they're a dedicated viewer.
Where's the vault? Behind us.
Like I said, Gamertech, if there's any clips you want to share, I'm always down, man. Option is open for you as well, my friend.
No.
Circle's closing in. Oh, shit. I love his little backpack. Oh!
There he is.
Oh, he got the victory! Nice!
Nice.
Victory
And I'm
royale,
guessing,
we
yeah,
did
he
it.
was squatted, right?
We did it.
Yes, that's his name, yeah. So so it was him in
yeah.
the squad. That's awesome. I've never seen that helmet. I know last time you showed a Fortnite clip, you had a different bunny hat. Yeah, one more time, yeah. I'm pretty sure he's got a squad. Yeah, there we go. He's got some homies. So there's a baddie over there. I guess they sniped him. And there was far from coming from the other side. So they downed the homie. I'm guessing they took out the other bad guy. Oh, he might have got taken out by the storm. Maybe that's what it was. And then that, yeah, sniped him in no time. That was sick, man. That was sick. Well done, well done. I've never played Fortnite. I've never played it. And that's not to say I think it's like a bad game or anything. I just never got around to trying it out. So I've never played it, but I've watched plenty of people stream it. Shit was hype as hell. Oh, so I got you. So it wasn't just to play, but to play with you specifically. That's actually pretty nice. So not only did they get to play with you, but they scored a dub, and it was their first dub ever. That is delightful. That is delightful. You love when that happens, man. That's so fun. What a hell of an introduction then. Their first, well, maybe not their first time playing it, but their first dub, and getting it with the homie feels good, man. Feels good. Thank you again, Jamie, for that raid. Really appreciate that, man. And like I said, Gamertech, if there's any clips you want to share, you can be my guest. Now let's get back into it. And let's go do some wall jumpings. But no, that is very fun, Jimmy. I love getting to see that kind of stuff. I'm gonna guess that's like sad. Like don't touch that because it'll kill you instantly. Like I said, this game is doing a lot of interesting things, and like the surreal nature of how the levels work out. It's almost like, are we in a dream? We apparently saw ourselves dead previously. That's where we got the shield thing, where we got the right click thingy. So it's like, it's so bizarre. It's such a surreal way of like, it's telling the story of sorts. I wonder who like the dudes are. Like, is that supposed to be a representation of like an annoying boss they have, or customers that are a pain in the ass or something? Punch. There we go, I got C rating. So yeah, earlier we couldn't get any like real momentum going because like there was no bad guys to fight. Hoop, 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 and smack. Yeah, it's like it's a very odd system, and I don't dislike it, but I just don't know if I love it either. I'll say this much though: there's nothing I've ever played like this before. Where's the ball? There it is. Ooh. I've never played anything like this. The closest thing I can think of is Lethal League, but of course Lethal League is a, you know, it's like a not a sports game, but you know, it's a, you're ping ponging the ball back and forth, and you're trying to score points into the team. So it's kind of a more sports centric experience. Whereas this is, it's weird because one of the top tags in this game is boomer shooter, and you don't shoot a darn thing, but you do throw a ball around, and you smack the ball around as well. So it's like a boomer baller. It's a boomer tosser. I don't know. I'm not sure how to describe this, but it is a truly unique experience. And I can always applaud a game at least trying to do something weird and new and different. And this is weird and new and different with no question. So that was the first proper level then. Yeah, but like I said, we're just gonna keep going and see if we can kind of reach a state that starts to feel more natural. Oh, natural. There we go. There we go. Oh, cutscene time. Also, Woo raids us. My God, we just had 3 raids in quick succession. Gamertech, Jimmy the Rabbit, and then Woo all hitting us with the raids back to back to back. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much, guys. We're playing a very strange game called Sydless. It is a, you might have heard me just moments earlier saying it's like a boomer shooter where you don't really shoot you shoot no guns. There's no shooting, but there is a lot of platforming and smacking a ball around. It's kind of like Lethal League. If you remember Lethal League, where it gets like really physicsy and the ball bounces and it builds up speed and it gets fucking weird. It's like Lethal League in that sense, but it is a first-person game where you're fighting bad guys, you're trying to toss the ball towards the baddies. And there's a story as well, apparently. There's a strange story, and I don't quite know what it all means. It's all very mysterious. So it's a very bizarre concept. The Compganies. Did you see that misspell? That typo? It's so weird, man. It's so weird. And we keep having some weird technical problems. For one thing, it seems like it's behaving now, but earlier we were having this thing where, like, if I stood still, you can kind of see it. can kind of see where the guy was just kind of go like, "Bleh," like just a random like little like kind of motion, like a weird little motion thing. But the game is actually, yeah, like right there, like the game's, yeah, like the game's behaving pretty well. But earlier we were having some really weird technical issues. Yeah, there it's like it's starting again. So yeah, I have no explanation for it. And I looked on the Steam review page, I looked on the community hub, and there was no mention of this being an issue for anybody else except for me. It makes me think because I'm on AMD, as an AMD GPU user, I might just be in the minority, and this might just be an AMD issue. The drivers I'm using are old, but this game has been out long enough where the drivers I'm using would have been available when this game launched. So I don't think it's like outdated necessarily. Can't go through this door. Oh, by the way, let's do a quick shout out. Thank you, Woo. Thank you for that raid, my man. I see he said you're doing some writing tonight. Of course, it is a Monday. I know Mondays are sometimes your like project night. Yeah, writing and reading. Yeah, if there was, as always, Woo, if there was anything you wanted to share, if there were any clips of your channel, if there were any excerpts from your writing that you'd like to share with us, I'm super down to see what you're up to. You're a freaking homie and a homie and a half, and I appreciate the heck out of you. You're a cool dude, and I think you're a nice fella and a excellent streamer and a cool dude who plays cool games and doesn't afraid of anything. So yeah, so you're like I said, it's like we're bouncing around. There's also like a parkour kind of aspect. Boink. Knock the shit out of him. You're like encouraged to slide and jump and bounce and get more momentum. And every so often, the game will give you an opportunity to freeze the ball, so you can grab it and redirect it and try to, like, every time you do that, you get a little bit more speed. So now it's up to a rating of B. So it's a very weird game. But I'm liking it. I'm mostly liking it. There's things I don't love. I was saying earlier how, like, it's very easy to just lose track of the ball. And, like, the bad guys moving around, and I'm trying to avoid their attacks, and I'm trying to keep up with the ball. It's so easy to just kind of lose track of really everything. And when that happens, it's easy to get overwhelmed because, I mean, you know, their game kind of expects you to do a lot. So there's a lot of multitasking. It's like some of the things it wants you to do. Oh, can I reach in time? I cannot. Some of the things it wants you to do, it's easy to have them kind of get in the way of each other. It's like the you know, the whole thing where I'm trying to keep track of the ball and use it to attack the bad guys. Like, on the one hand, that makes sense, but, you know, it's so easy to for everything to kind of get lost in the sauce. It gets very busy. It just gets very busy. So, I don't love it. I don't love every aspect of the game, but I'm enjoying it overall, and I'm definitely want to see more of it. And again, this weird, like, jitterbug thing, I just have no explanation for it, other than presuming it's an AMD card-specific problem. Oops, also, some, like, room configurations are kind of tough. Like, this was a little bit trickier, knowing that there were bad guys up here specifically to deal with. I'm guessing the hamburgers only really help you when you're, like, in a level. Or in combat, that is. What's up, Flechette? Yeah. Is it called syphilis? I got an awful case of Sydless. I did tell I told a related story yesterday with one of my friends. A story that I shall not repeat. Oh, we'll keep. Well, I mean, of course, we kept things anonymous anyway. But I did tell a funny story yesterday that involved an old college friend of mine. But anyway, though, yeah, this was. Hold on, let me grab one thing. Then we'll get back to it. But no, I wanted the same thing. I wanted the same thing, Flechette, about any controllers that were connected, because I've had that before. Where if I have a controller connected, and both things are like simultaneously trying to like wrestle for control, and one has priority over the other, but only sometimes. It's happened before, more specifically with my GameCube controller. I've had it before with my GameCube controller, because the GameCube controller is weird on Windows. When you connect it with the Windows adapter, the GameCube Windows adapter, the controller itself is not a controller according to Windows. The adapter is a controller according to Windows, and the inputs are like very much non-standard. So sometimes you'll launch a first-person shooter and your guy will just be spinning rapidly because it doesn't know how to receive the inputs correctly. Usually more with indie games, and this is obviously an indie game. So I wanted the same thing, but no, I've got 0 controllers connected and no other input devices. So that shouldn't be an issue. The best I can figure is that it's probably something to do with the fact that I'm on AMD, and that, you know, I'm relatively in the minority. Nvidia is still the top dog, for better or for worse, when it comes to GPUs. GPUs and otherwise. Much as I'm loath to admit it, I think a lot of us are upsetty spaghetti at AMD right now, myself included, or at Nvidia. I don't feel great about AMD either. AMD is like, yeah, man, we think AI should be used for everything. We think it's great. It's the way of the future. It's like, please. God damn, like, I know, AI can have cool things sometimes, but like during their presentation, they were like, yeah, we used AI to make our entire PowerPoint slide deck. Isn't this great? It's like, no, this is not good, you dumbasses. So, I don't exactly feel great about AMD right now either, but I guess, it's like the lesser of two evils, I suppose. Okay, so the hamburger just gives you health. That makes more sense. It seems like it's still a little bit on the loud, so I'm gonna turn the sounds down a little bit. Let me just take out my Game Boy and turn the sound effects down. Sound effects. Turn that down quite a bit more. I'll turn the music down one tick as well. Yo, what's up, Erica? Over on YouTube. It's like something, yeah, it's like a weird glitchy thing, right? I wondered if it was a keyboard thing, and it could be a keyboard thing. My first thought was to make sure that my space bar was working and that I could jump, and I can definitely jump around, and I can definitely do, oh shit, I fell in the pit and I died. You can definitely jump and move around, and the fact that it's a sometimes problem is kind of bizarre, as opposed to always, because now it's behaving itself. Because yeah, I was wondering the same thing if it was my keyboard being weird, and I do have another keyboard I could try if nothing else. So if I find myself in a situation where I'm like, you know, getting desperate, I could try that as well, especially if it was happening with other games. But that's the other thing too. This is the only game I've had this happen with before. We played a couple games last night and didn't have any issues. Of course, we didn't play any first-person shooters or first-person games, so maybe it wouldn't have been as pronounced. There we go. And smack. Oh shit! Almost just smacked right in the floor. Where's it? Where's the ball? There it is. And you have been chosen. I was trying to smack him, just like see if he was killable. It's not always easy to tell when they're executable, because there is like an execute mechanic where you can go for the kill or go for the finisher. And smack. Yeah, so he's at 121. So he still has plenty of health, unfortunately. Whoop. And smack. Oh, there we go. I got the execution on him. And there we go. He's done as well. Very nice. Perform a glory kill after a dash. Ooh, there's a good one. Where's the ball? Get on the ball. Where's it? Where's it? Yeah, it's so easy to lose track of the ball. Oh, I missed. Oh, no, I did miss. I just targeted the wrong dude. There we go. I see the little, like, there's like a little icon that pops up next to them sometimes. I always think that maybe is indication that they are ready to be executed. Glory kill. The glory hole kill. It's only a B rating on speed. I guess that's the thing. I'm like not doing enough combos. Like it's like I'm nervous to do combos in an area like this though, because it's so easy to just fly over the pit and run out of jumps like a doofus. Keep freezing it over the gap like a doofus, not knowing what I'm getting myself into. There we go. And oh, you're still dead. Or why did I say you're still dead? You are dead, and you are not still alive. There it is. Let's recall it back to me. Zoop. Syphilis, Boulder Dash. Syphilis does sound like something with like an old-timey thing somebody would say to imply like poppycock, malarkey, like just the old-timey like heckin' gosh darn it, just tomfoolery and shenaniganry. Yeah, there you go. Bloodletting and leeches. Yeah. No, I told the story last night of an old friend of mine who like went on a few dates with a nice lady who was by most accounts like she seemed like she was all right and was like pretty cool and pretty reasonable, and then at one point just casually she was like, oh, just FYI, I'm going through a bit of a bout of chlamydia right now, and just casually mentioning it. And it's like, you know, I'm not one to judge someone for, you know, whatever health situations they got going on, you know, whatever. If someone's going through it, they've had a situation with a partner, whatever. I'm not one to judge. But she just kind of casually mentioned that, and of course, no things happened with this friend and this nice lady. But the thing is, chlamydia is like a very treatable disease. So, and she was just like, yeah, I'm just letting my immune system handle it. She was like, I'm not gonna seek out treatment. Years later, turns out she's an anti-vaxxer as well. So it's so this friend of mine is like, man, in so many ways I dodged a bullet. We were talking about it not too long ago, and I was like, well, I mean, like, it's like I would wish this on nobody, but But yeah, it's like I mean, you made out of that situation pretty well, so it could have been worse. Yeah, it's like I'm trying to like look in that little hallway area, but I think that just leads to death. The pink gloop of sadness. So let's avoid it best we can manage. Looks like we have like multiple corridors, not as many like open spaces. Yeah, those splash damage AoE spots are a little bit on the rough side. And of course, like I said, no names are being shared. We're keeping this nice and anonymous with this friend because it's none of my business, obviously. And you. Okay, I missed. At least it's getting nice and fast. And the nice thing too is that the I should get some hamburger. Is the if you just kind of let the ball do its thing, it will lose speed and it will lose like that damage multiplier. But it will just kind of seek out. Oh god, it will seek out bad guys pretty well on its own, which is kind of neat. When you die, I guess you have to start the whole. Okay, not the whole like series of rooms over. That's kind of nice at least. And kapow. Yeah, so the parkour is something I'm trying to keep up with, but also, again, dodge the enemy's attacks. It's just a lot of things you have to do all at once. I almost wish I had like a double jump, just like a little bit more of a jump. The wall jump, of course, is a very useful thing that you really need to do a bunch. There we go. Like right in front of my face. So one's down. That's one down. There we go. I just saw that guy just got absolutely like blasted just now. That was satisfying. So yeah, pretty much every time it's freezable and the ball is reachable, you should pretty much always just be freezing it so you can like keep hitting it with that momentum. Because when you freeze it and then go for a hit, it does maintain the momentum that you had at the time, which sounds bizarre because like, well, you're freezing it, what the hell? But the idea is that like you're freezing it temporarily. Oh, I was wrong. The burger does not heal. The burger just gives you points or something. I'm not exactly. Oh, those things heal you. There we go. That's how you get the health. So if you get a kill with the ball, that'll do it. Where's the ball? There it is. Ooh. I was gonna say, where's the guy? Oh, there he is. Smack. There we go. Went for the punch. Nice and fist him nice and good. We've got Note and Pen on YouTube. What's up, bud? Thanks for popping in, guys. Appreciate you guys popping in and chilling with us. Thank you again to Woo for that very generous rate. We had Woo rate us, Jimmy the Rabbit, and Gamertech. All really cool streamer homies. All very entertaining and gentlemen who are cool lads in their respective domains of the games they play. And I appreciate you all. I know that Jimmy was able to share a clip with us, but Woo and Gamertech, if there's anything you always want to share with us, I'm always down. For those who don't know, whenever someone raids, I always like to ask for clips to share because sometimes if you've probably seen this with other streamers, where they will have like an auto clip thing that will grab a clip from their channel and share it with you guys. Like it'll just play it on screen. And that's those things work really well. Oh, by the way, I like the timeout. It's the timeout bench for the naughty children. But the auto clipper like usually works pretty well. The downside is that for a lot of us, we might have just like kind of random clips from like, you were talking about something on stream. A viewer clips a thing that you were talking about. So that way they can go back and like hear the thing they missed, but they don't delete the clip afterwards. So it's just like, if you see it out of context, it's just a boring, mundane clip. And sometimes the auto clippers will grab the boring nothing clips versus the fun clips that are representative of what your content's all about. So that's why I ask the streamers, what's your favorite? Show me something that I can show the homies. That way it's a proper representation of your content. Cause when someone raids, they're sharing their people with me, they're introducing them to my content. The least I can do is introduce my folks to their content. That way we all benefit. We all get that kind of cross-pollination. Everybody grows together. So it's all a beautiful, positive thing. I don't want it to be just Alex benefiting. I want everyone to win. I want everyone to win together. Now, what's the thing she's holding there? I think so. That's one of our coworkers. We were looking for the name Ruby earlier. And Felipe and Frank. Weird, like, misspellings and grammatical things. Another, like, capital B on the word broke. Broke with the B emoji. Big date night. Oh, boy. In the next dimension, he says. All right, so Ruby's alive. Oh, it's a Tamagotchi. That's cute. Because I like them. Tamagotchis are, like, that's a nice, like, representation from yesteryear. I think they've, like, maybe not Tamagotchis, but Tamagotchi-like things are starting to come back. Starting to come back, at least in some way. This is Mariah. And we got the weird bouncing thing once again. even in this kind of dialogue mode. And oddly enough, I cannot jump right now. And I think that's the thing. In these, like, more conversational areas, you're not expected to be able to jump necessarily. Or not encouraged to. Nor can I dash, nor can I slide. I was wondering if maybe now somebody was over here in the timeout zone. Of course, it's not a school, it's like a shopping mall, but in my brain, it's just what I think of. Alright, next level. Much more open level. Yeah, the open levels are, of course, a lot easier when it comes to being able to kind of bounce around and keep track of the ball, not having it get stuck in little corridors. I wonder how long this game is, because this is like such a unique and strange mechanic. I wouldn't say I would get bored of it, but I would be concerned that, like, the novelty might wear off after a while, and they'd be like, well, you know, is this all it is? And I know that that's like a mean thing to say, because, like, game development is hard, and, you know, games are hard to make, and it's hard to, like, think of cool, unique things to, and, like, for a game like this, how do you keep it fresh? You know, of course, having, like, weird and interesting level design can help, but it's an arena shooter, and it's Heart of Hearts, or an arena baller, an arena ball slapper. So, you know, it's one thing if it's, like, something that's more Doom-like, you know, there's, like, keys to find and, like, puzzles to solve. But arena shooters, by their nature, typically tend to be a little bit more on the simple side. And for, like, most arena shooters, there's, like, different weapons to use. There's different kind of bad guys. We could indeed find different bad guys, but yeah, I wonder if there's, like, different ball abilities we'll eventually get. Of course, the score attack nature of the game would definitely help when it comes to, where'd the ball go? There it is. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna catch up with it. Oh, yeah, I just barely was too slow. The score attack nature would mean, like, you know, you could do, like, replay levels, try to get higher scores, that kind of deal. Try to master the various mechanics of the game. Oh, shit. And smack. Smacked his ass, very good. And by ass, I mean face. On the one hand, I both like and dislike the fact that you can... Oh, shit. You can just go through the furniture. Like, the columns, like, those are solid objects, but, like, the tables and chairs, like, those are objects you can just kind of fly through. On the one hand, I guess it makes the... Oh, he got launched. It makes it simpler when it comes to the physics. Is everyone dead? I think everyone's dead. Makes the physics easier when it comes to combat, like, you know, the ball bouncing off of, like, a... Like, you know, if it hits the corner of the chair, it could fly off in a weird angle. So... Probably makes things simpler just in a general sense. We're full health, thus we're all good. All Gucci the Gucci. That's right. Yeah, what's up, Grim? Yeah, we got... Oh, dude, I appreciate you guys popping in, man. I really appreciate that. It's very nice you guys are chilling with us for the evening. Or for a part of the evening, at least. You don't have to be here for the whole evening, obviously, but I respect you and appreciate you regardless. Anything else we can look at? We got, like, a little dialogue thing here. We can actually interact with that door now. Because when I walked up to that door last time, we had, like, kind of sort of a cutscene. What happens now? Oh, that's Frank's office. Okay. Cyberspace. Hacking in the 90s. That's right. Hackerman enabled. Hackerman engaged. Ooh, good question, Meerkat. Yeah. If anyone has any preferences. If anyone has any preferences. Do you know what my answer would be, Meerkat? Maybe 6 or 7. But, no, I'm down for whatever. I'm down for whatever the homies want, man. Whatever the homies are down for, I too am down for. Oh, shit. Nope. Almost missed it. Okay, he was covering his face like he was scared. Good, he should be scared. This is a very claustrophobic little area we're in. Good for, like, wall jumps and shit, which is neat. And it'll be harder to lose track of the ball this time, which is good. That little shockwave thing is neat. I almost wish there was, like, a little arrow indicator to say, like, if the ball's not on screen, when it's frozen like that, just a little thing to say, like, a little arrow to say, like, it's over here, idiot. Over here, dumbass. Like a little, like a compass thing, like somewhere in the corner to be like, you know, pointing that way. Just like a quick little nudge. Because the little shockwave thing it does is helpful, but it's not always like natural for me to just kind of intuit where the shockwave came from. Sometimes I'll see it, I go, it was maybe from that way or maybe behind me. It's kind of hard to tell. Color doesn't matter. The color of delicious cupcakes, or it's ice cream. It's ice cream. I thought it was cupcake at first. The globular cyber attack. No, you gotta just download more RAM. Gotta download more RAM. You have to hack into the mainframe. I've connected to the mainframe and I've downloaded the database protocol, and I'm installing my cyberware. I'm just like trying to think of like the ultimate technobabble. This bullshit technobabble. It was always mainframes in the 80s and 90s. And honestly, mainframes in the 80s and 90s were the new hotness, so I kind of get it. I get why that was such a big focus, but every once in a while you'll hear about mainframes and like some kind of media thing nowadays. It's like, come on, man, mainframes are being used for some things, sure. I know a lot of financial institutions still use them for various things, but you know, it's a lot of technology has moved on. Future's now, old man. Bam. I think the flick animation is my favorite. Where is it? Above me. Boop. And where are you? There it is. There it is. Boop, boop, boop. Bam. The fact that this all takes place under the guise of a like a haunted, maybe not haunted, but of a like renegade fast food restaurant chain that is like gone rogue, and you're fighting, like, you're looking for your coworkers, you're fighting, I don't know what you're fighting, maybe annoying customers, maybe you're fighting like demons that represent the various food items on the menu. I see this guy's fire, this guy's like a large lad. I see the advertisements on the wall. What are these? Oh, those are bad, don't hit those. I thought those were power-ups. They're health down, so they are. Oh god! He's dead. Punch! Fucking knocked him through the poison. Or at least I assume that's what that is. Probably like a poison wall thing. Finding the tasty burgers. Killer. Drive-by. Style punch. Sniper. Killer. On we go. Onwards we venture. Ooh. I do appreciate the Joker hallways we have here. Joker corridors. Secret? Or maybe just that's where you go for the next level. If I keep going. Oh, there's the chair at the end. So yeah, if you like strap yourself to the chair and then get flung down the Joker corridor, that's your ultimate punishment. There it is. All right. Oh, I was expecting to like throw balls at dudes, but these guys are just chilling. Sheriff Armstrong. At the Maxi Randy's. Maybe he's multiple slices of cheddar. What about the Raxy Mandy? The Randy Maxi. Carlos kid. You know my mom? Deputy John. It's a new dimension, right? Everything's different every time. So I guess for everyone else in this game's universe, this weird dimensional shifting is weird and unnatural, but is normal for them. But for me, it's weird and unnatural. We're in the middle of something, man. Do I get the Maxi or the Super Randy's? Because again, it's like a burger chain. I saw a post that someone shared in the Discord server where somebody it was translated from Japanese. Somebody was saying, "Wow, I'm trying Scottish food for the first time, and I'm really impressed. I got to try this thing called a hamburger at this really cool local establishment called Burger King." It's like, wow, Burger King. I'm trying like authentic Scottish food. Wowee. This is authentic food. It's from the homeland. It's from the country. I'm trying a proper Scottish meal. It's like, yep, that's right. The Scottish chain known as Burger King. Or not chain, but establishment. I thought his name was Diego. He's calling him Diogo. My combo calming up or what? Oh, he actually it was an intentional misspelling or mispronunciation. Because we have seen some honest to goodness misspellings. Yeah, it's almost like our guy's having a dream and he's like seeing the various coworkers and customers and old classmates, and he's like dreaming about, he's like having a nightmare maybe about being trapped working at this establishment. And part of the nightmare is this bouncing vision we're having. Save serve tables 2 and 5. Table service in this dimension are the keys to the boss's office. You still asleep or something? Sure enough, could it be a dream? Could it be a dream? I mean, I've definitely had my fair share of nightmares about still working food service. I've had my fair share. Ooh, we got the... That's a nice MC Escher thing going on here. Random can on the floor, yep. You were upstairs a moment ago. You're taking a smoke break, obviously. Well, see ya. Yeah, no, I've had my fair share of nightmares about working food service. Usually if I'm having a nightmare about working food service, saw a dude. Where'd he go? He's like pooping out little orbs. Where'd you go? Where'd the orb pooper go? There he is. Oh, he's not the orb pooper, he's something else. Bam. There's an orb. There he is. There he is. And you next. Now, if I'm having nightmares about food service, 9 times out of 10, it's like taking place in modern times. Like I was talking to a friend of mine, they were saying when they have nightmares about like old high school or college jobs, it's like it's like a time travel thing where they're like themselves as like a high schooler or themselves as a college student. But if I'm having dreams about that, usually it's me in modern times. Like it's me now, and I know consciously that I shouldn't be working there. But I'm like trapped. And usually it's not even like a dread feeling. It's like a, well, I might as well get on with this. I have no other choice. It's just this feeling of like, yeah, I guess all right. Well, let's see what orders we have to do. What needs to be made. I just kind of like shrug and I'm like, all right, I guess this is my lot. This is my fate that I've resigned myself to it. So it's always funny how those things manifest. And I only worked, for anyone curious, I worked at McDonald's for 2 years. My junior and senior years of high school. So, which is long enough to, leave an impact, obviously. It's clearly long enough to leave an impact and leave its mark on you, for better or for worse. But also not like, I have some friends who worked there for like, 5, 10 years, well into high school and college or past high school and into college, where they were able to find something else. And, that's, no judgment, obviously, and everyone's journey is different, but for a lot of us, again, it leaves an impression. Well, my buddy Rob, his screen name on Twitch was Void. He sometimes in conversation with like other coworkers, because we used to work together, he would always say like, yeah, back when I worked in Papa John's, because that was his college job, was Papa John's. And at one point, one of our coworkers asked him, "How long did you work at Papa John's?" And he kind of shrugged and he was like, "Long enough to still have nightmares about it well into my 40s." And I'm like, "Yep, I feel that. I feel that for sure." Jump to Linux, very nice. Yeah, trying to figure it out, right, Audrey? No, I understand. I have a couple friends that have made the jump pretty recently, because like a lot of us are not so happy with Microsoft for a multitude of reasons, but the Windows 11 thing being one of them. Just Windows 11 being a step down in some ways for sure compared to Windows 10, which I was actually pretty fond of. I actually kind of liked Windows 10 a lot, so it's a shame that got the axe. But yeah, plenty of folks I know have made the jump recently back to over to Linux just as a way to try something different. Including some college buddies of mine who are very, very like computer savvy, like a bunch of computer software buddies where I had classes with them, and I saw firsthand how brilliant they are, and even they, in some cases at least, had some issues with making the jump. So I've no doubt that it's easier now to make the switch to Linux than it has ever been in history. Back in the day, switching to Linux was not always so easy, and just getting acclimated to Linux, also not exactly a simple thing back in those days. But I think nowadays it's never been easier, but it's still now without some challenges for some of us at least. One of my friends in particular, he had some kind of issue, and like, we were all in a Discord server together, and a bunch of those guys are very much Linux heads. And yeah, at one point it was like, sorry man, you just gotta do a fresh reinstall. Like there's no other way around this. It happens sometimes, man. It happens. Not all operating systems are immune from the old. Sorry, man. You gotta reformat. Yeah, this thing's bouncing all over the place. So, but no, it seems like a solid idea across the board, and I'd be tempted to try it out myself at some point. If I were to, I probably would do it on a separate computer. I probably wouldn't do it with my main workstation. I'm nearing the point between like just the various components I've replaced over the years. Upgrade your CPU, upgrade your RAM, upgrade your GPU. I'm nearing the point where I can just make a new computer. Maybe not a new computer, but make a separate computer. So if I were to ever do like a dual streaming setup and have two computers that are like working simultaneously, I would probably keep this one a Windows machine, but I'd probably make the streaming computer a Linux machine. Just because I would be curious to try it out and just kind of really just see what it's all about, just experience it for myself firsthand. I don't like being trapped down here. It's hard to like get the combos going. Once the ball's down there, it kind of gets stuck a little bit. There's some dudes. There's one dude up there. You know what? I'm gonna just bring it back. So I can do one of these. Bonk. He's out. He pooped out a ball. He pooped out his last orb. There we go. Yeah, relatively tech savvy, but yeah, like just you have those kind of like weird little technical things that it's like I know how to do this in the other operating systems, but figuring out this more kind of minutia, those more like tricky, like just esoteric issues that are not always common. You know, not everybody has this problem. So it's like a little bit more case sensitive and a little bit more just person specific versus like the easy stuff, right? Like how do I get, you know, what's the Linux equivalent of Microsoft Word? What's the how do I, you know, I don't know, how do I get Steam installed? Like those are the kinds of things that, you know, are fairly well documented. But then you get the more tricky onesie twosie problems, and those are sometimes hard to chase down. Trying to pinpoint this kernel in particular. Bombed everything after moving to. Oh, that's a shame. But it's the learning process, right? It is the learning process. On the laptop, yeah. Just weird issues, Audrey. It's a skill. It's a talent and a skill. I say embrace it. If that's your passive, your passive is like, you know, elevated chance of technical weird goof problems, weird like Audrey specific problems that no one else has, and your passive procs and you don't mean for it to, just say, well, that's my superpower, there it is. Contact Charles Xavier, see if he can admit you into his program for mutants. So no Frank. Frank with a CK? Frank with a CK, I just noticed that. We keep talking to him. Does he see anything else differently? This room feels small, he says. It looks very narrow. Very narrow looking door. And keep checking the bathroom and see if anything else pops up. Anything weird appears. But it seems like this whole little space is being pretty persistent. I'm kind of curious, by the way. The level selector. So we're nearing the end of Zone 1. I guess there's 2 zones, and at least for now, available. I don't know if we unlock a 3rd zone, or if that's all there is in the game in general. Yeah, lame. It's kind of a lame mutant power. It could be worse. It could be worse, but yeah, it's like, oh man, is that what it is? Is that what gets me embedded to the program? It's disappointing. Yeah. Yeah, the monitor's having different refresh rates. Is that why it's getting weird? No, I don't. That's a pain. That's a pain. The good news, by the way, the good news is we have an MS Paint challenge. See the redeem? Oh yeah, because I saw the B emoji, Meerkat. The B emoji is the way to my heart. The B emoji is a way to ensure that I will read your message and I will take note of such things. So yes, B emoji, always and forever. MS Paint challenge time, my friends. We haven't done one of these in about a week. I think the last one we did was about a week ago. Of course, I was out of town for most of last week on our cool little trip we took with some friends. So that means I gotta get back into the swing of things. What was we were talking about MS Paint not too long ago during the trip. Actually, I'm trying to remember how it came up, but somehow during the trip something related to MS Paint came up, and I can't remember what it was. I think I was telling him about the Mecha Chameleon thing, about Gracie doing the that's weird. Did it make a did I make multiple? Oh no, it's okay. I think. Like, did I open multiple instances? What did I do? No, I think we're fine. Sorry, I thought something jumped out at me, which seemed kind of odd. It's like a weird grouping in the series of windows I have open right now. But no, I think it was because I was telling friends about the IRL Mecha Chameleon stuff that Gracie's been doing, 3D printing the little fellas and hiding them around the house and waiting for me to discover them. So that's been very fun. Like, I think it's how the MS Paint stuff came up. So anyway, here we go. MS Paint challenge. It's gonna be a timer. That one right there. All right. So there's the image, my friends. There it is in all of its splendor. All of its beanie, sake splendor. You might think, whoa, Alex, is that a burrito filled with beans? Well, maybe technically, yes. It's just a non-standard shell. A non-standard shell. Yeah, that's what she's been doing. Yeah, so she in fact, here I can show you. So, yeah, because it's funny because we were looking at something on Instagram we're looking at something on Instagram that she was showing me, and then like as we were scrolling, we saw a clip from Mecha Chameleon, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I've seen this." She was like, "I didn't realize it was a video game." She's like, she's like, "Are you telling me that's a game?" And I was like, "Yes," and I just played it the other night. Like, this was like a day or two after I played it for the first time. I was like, "Yeah, it's like it came out pretty recently, and I just played it. It's really popular. It's called Mecha Chameleon." And she was like, "What the heck?" She had just assumed that it was like an art thing that people were doing, because she was seeing people on Instagram doing weird stuff with these little fellas. These like the little like 3D printing them, the little Mecha Chameleon lads, and like doing weird stuff with them, like hiding them in like grocery stores and libraries, and you know, like just various odd fun little places. And she just assumed that it was like just an art fad, just a cool thing that caught on. She's like, "I didn't realize it was a video game." And I was like, "Yeah, it's really cool." And I showed her some clips of it. And then at one point in the conversation, she did one of these. She was like, she kind of had a mischievous look. And fast forward a day or two later, and we're watching TV, and she was like, "Hey, Alex, do you notice anything different?" Winky face, eyebrows. I'm like, So I start kind of, I'm not like, I don't get up to look around, but I'm just like, from where we're sitting on the couch, I'm kind of looking, and then my eyes happen to glaze over to this right here, or this one picture we have, and I was like, from a distance, I was like, "Now wait a goddamn second. Now wait a cotton picking second. There's like a little thing that I can see jutting in front of the sunflower picture. So if I enhance, I was like, well, now wait a goddamn second. So there's the first one. I found the first one. So she 3D printed the little fella and painted him to blend in deliciously well with that guy. And then a couple days later, she was like, "Do you see anything else?" I was like, "Well, I'm looking around." And then I'm like, "Well, we have the picture of Bonnie that I MS painted that then our friend Chuck framed and gave to us for Christmas." It's like, well, maybe I do. You can see my fucking messy ass hair taking the picture, but yeah, it's like, oh, it's the eyeball blending in very well. Like, that one took me a second. Like, from a distance, I was like, wait, is that what I think it is? No way. Ain't no way. So I thought that was a really smart one right there. And she's confirmed there's at least one more I have not seen yet. So there's more where that came from. So yeah, so the 3D, like the 3D models that are 3D printable are, of course, out, you know, in the wild on I'm not exactly sure like what website, but I know there's various platforms that host 3D printable blueprint files. Those blueprint files are fairly easy to find out there. And yeah, you can get weird, can get nice and weird with it, and it's delightful. It's so fucking delightful. It's very fun. So I love that kind of thing is caught on. It's so unique and so weird. It's like playing Mecha Chameleon in real life. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Oh shit, Black Magic. What's up, man? He says, "What the fresh hell is this?" Are you referring to the Mecha Chameleon in real life shenanigans that I was just showing, where Gracie 3D printed the little fella and put him in a way to blend in? Because that is very fun. Or are you referring to this slightly non-standard bean burrito setup? It's a little bit non-standard. You know, some might say it's not authentic cuisine. And you might be right. It is maybe not exactly authentic. But this is our MS Paint challenge. It's MS Paint time, man. Thank you for that resub, by the way. 45 gosh darn months. Holy cannoli. That is a long time resub, man. Thank you very much. Mr. Black Magic. It's good to see you, buddy. So I just showed up. What the hell is happening? Now I want to play Audrey. It's a fun game. I've definitely been jonesing for it too. Maybe sometime this weekend we get like a big group together, because when Shake hosted one and Alias hosted one and Zaito hosted one, we were able to get like a lot of folks together, which was really fun. That is very good. So let's do the MS Paint challenge. Oh, Dad, thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, so is it like popping a little bit? Is there some peaking? We've been having that more recently lately. I feel like it's been happening it used to happen like once every several months. Now it's happening a little bit more. It's a little bit, yeah. Let me resolve that real quick. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna mute the mic. Give me like 20 seconds. I'll be right back. Testing, 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 texting. Oh, do you read me? It's my best Patrick impression I could muster. Hopefully that's better. Hopefully that's better. Yeah, I wonder if it's a sign I need to replace the cord on my microphone, because when I had this problem years ago, I fixed it by just getting a higher quality cord. It could be the microphone. The microphone's like 10 years old. It's about 10 years old. About 10 years old. So yeah, I mean, not like I'm like swinging around or banging it on things. Like it just sits on my desk. But you know, things have to eventually be replaced. So at some point, I might want to do an upgrade or something. But anyway, Wombology. Thank you for pointing that out, dude. That's very helpful. Very helpful. I appreciate that. Yeah, whenever there's like audio stuff, or really any technical thing, but especially audio stuff, because Black Magic's and if Jimmy and Gamertech and Woo, if any of those guys are listening in, any of you that have streamed before know audio problems can be really hard to suss out sometimes. Especially if what you hear on your end is different from what the viewers hear. So yeah, you guys let me know when there's like any sort of audio snafu. Very, very helpful. Very helpful. So I appreciate the heads up. I'm never going to be like, oh no, I'm so upset. Oh, audio problems. Oh no. I'm like, no, it will not make me sad. It's a good thing to know about. I'd rather know so I can like try to chase it down. Anyway, MS Paint Challenge. Let's fucking do it. The quicker I get this, the quicker this ungodly image will be off the screen. I would enjoy a baked beans abomination. You probably wouldn't enjoy it in this vessel. It is a less than standard burrito vessel. That is a sock. That is a sock indeed. I'm listen. I enjoy baked beans as much as the next guy, but I usually enjoy mine with minimal sock. Minimal sock. Maybe a little bit, but not. This is too much sock. 3 minutes on the clock. 3 minutes. MS Paint. Let's fucking do it. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. By the way, Black Magic, I did see your message asking if I'll be at the convention. I shall indeed be at the convention, my man. No, it should be a really nice time. We're actually, Gracie and myself are close buddies with a few of the folks that help run the convention. So we'll definitely be there to support them and you know, just encourages the overall just nerdery that's happening there. But also, I always just enjoy a good retro gaming convention. For those curious what Black Magic's and I are referring to, it's a convention this weekend, I think Saturday specifically, called Missouri GameCon. Called Mo GameCon, Missouri GameCon. And you'll never guess what the convention is called or where it takes place. Or, I'm sorry, what it's about and where it takes place. If you're thinking to yourself, well, Alex, clearly the convention is... There's no way it could possibly entail video games. There's no way it could be about video games. There's no way it takes place in Missouri. And I've got bad news. I've got bad news because that is exactly what it's all about. And it's pretty cool. It's my favorite gaming convention in the area. Actually, I think I would actually even say it's my favorite convention in the area just in general. There are many conventions in the area, as Black Magic will tell you. There's Anime St. Louis. There's a few other anime conventions that I don't know if they still go on. There was Natsucon for a while. There was Katsucon. There was a bunch of other anime conventions. Actually, maybe not all that far away. That would take place like usually in the summer, sometimes in like the early fall or late spring. Some of them I don't think are necessarily still going on. Like I haven't seen anything about Natsucon or oh god, there's another one, not Katsucon. That's something else. But anyway, there's a whole bunch that are out there. But yeah, my favorite by far is the Missouri GameCon. Because for one thing, it's just a gaming convention. I'm a sucker for gaming stuff. I love anime as much as the next guy. I really do. But at my heart of hearts, I'm a gamer through and through. So gaming is my favorite. And yeah, that's what I'm all about. That is what I'm all about. Just like the Hokey Pokey, that's what I'm all about. But again, I enjoy a good anime convention. I'm down for pretty much anything. Convention otherwise, but yeah, Mo GameCon's my fave. That is my fave. Let's do a little bit more like I'm gonna do like a little like I'm gonna do some additional little shit stains kind of along there. I know we're kind of running low on time here, but I'm just trying to like get additional stains and accents. Accent marks is what we're calling these. Also gonna acknowledge that like here is where it's like actually still kind of white. A little bit of white kind of around here. Actually, hold on, it's terrible. Kind of like that. Kind of comes up and around, and the rest of it's kind of like a sad gray. Sad kind of gray shape. So I'm going to say the whole of this thing is like that. Actually, that's gonna be more light brown, and that one's like light brown. Yeah, something like that. And then I'll just, in fact, I might even give that like, I wish there was another brown. I guess I could do like that brown. Then it looks like a proper shit stain for sure. And yeah, I think that's it. I think we're pretty much there. Went a little bit over on time, but not too bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. So there we go. There we go. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me cheat and do one quick thing. And pantomime the fact that it's on a plate. There we go. So now it's on a plate. Now it's a proper meal. Now it's a proper meal. Now it is a culinary dining experience, my friends. There we are. There we are. So let's go ahead and I'm going to get a little bit bigger. Proper down. Oh, not that. Crop. Boop. And then save it. As a JPEG, pretty please. And this is going to be image number 491. God damn, it's a whole bunch. We're closing on the big 500, if you can believe it. Sock burrito. Delicious. Delicious, my friends. Delicious. There we go. What about a sock on D's nut? Oh, that's good. That's good. Brutal. It is brutal, Mr. Meerkat, but I respect it. I respect the dedication. I think the one that got my ass, it was fucking Urklazar of all people. Fucking Urklazar got my ass with one of these like a year or two ago. I was playing a game that was very, very goblin focused. I can't remember which one it was. If it was Goblin Sushi, if it was 3 goblins in a trench coat. I can't remember what game it was. But I was playing a game that had goblins in it. And Urklazar pops in. He's like, hey man, my favorite kind of goblin is the Mind Goblin. Have you heard of that kind? The Mind Goblin? I was like, what's a Mind Goblin? And he's like, Mind Goblin, these nuts. And I was like, God damn it, you motherfucker. He got my ass. He got my ass. So now that I've been cursed with that knowledge, and now you have as well. So now we all know. Now we all know about the Mind Goblin. All right, friends. So we have knocked out the MS Paint Challenge. We done good. And if you're curious to see more, if you want to see the MS Paint Challenge we just completed, and you want to see other insufferable, stupid images I have drawn on the internet, you can see all the MS Paint challenges we've ever done in my Discord server. So if you check that Linktree page, it has a link to all of my social media, but my Discord server, my Discord server is the big one. And if you pop in there, that has all the goods. That has all the goods. So we have done 491 MS Paint challenges, if you can believe it. That's a whole bunch. That is a whole goddamn bunch. So yes, if you're just dying to know, if you're dying to see other ridiculous MS Paint disasters, they're all in there. Some of them actually didn't turn out too bad. Others did turn out too bad. But that's the fun. That's the fun of MS Paint Challenge. That it's all weird and sloppy and silly, just like that sock burritos. There we go. So there we go, my friends. There we go. We got Zoe. What's up, Zoe? Thanks for popping in, my friends. Dude, it says draw yourself naked. Well, that's the thing. It would have to be an image that someone else submits to me. So if you can find a naked image of me on the internet, Dad, I will do it. I will do it. That's a challenge to anybody. If you can find or procure a naked image of Super Hobbit, a naked image of me, then I will draw it in MS Paint form. I will do it. I'll fucking do it. So the strangest of challenges. We got Aleph. What's up, buddy? So missed a few streams. No, it's okay, Aleph, because I was out of town for a good chunk of last week, so you probably missed nothing at all, honestly. You probably missed nothing at all. Your kid says, what if I supply it? Hey, man, however you supply it, however you originate this image. Unless it's like, I'm also imagining like Meerkat supplying me an MS Paint image of him just going, boop, boop, a little arrow pointing to Alex. Smiley face. Stick figures. Like, I could see that artist's interpretation of it. But no, we just completed an MS Paint challenge, had a nice old time with it, and now we're jumping back into the games. This is Sydless. Not Syphilis. This is not Syphilis. This is Sydless. I don't think I mentioned at the start of the stream, by the way. We did get a review key for this one through Keymailer. which I'm grateful for. So Chemo was nice enough to give me the hookup with this game. This game's only been out for like, I think, a month and a half. And it's a very weird game. You're just not popping on the stream. It's a very strange little game. It is a arena shooter, boomer shooter of sorts, but there's no shooting. It's all about tossing a ball around and using like physics to like bounce the ball off of the walls and smack bad guys with it. And you can freeze time and like freeze frame it and like grab the ball and like punch it at bad guys to like power it up and give it more speed. But also there's this weird narrative aspect where it's like a dream sequence where we're like remembering what it was like working at a fast food restaurant, and we're looking for our coworkers, we're trying to find our boss, all the while trying to fight bad guys. And also there's like this parkour thing going on where you can freeze the ball, punch the ball. Where'd it go? There it is. And you're trying to dodge the attacks. And again, you're trying to like build combos, do like little wall jumps, do little slides, do dashes. And yeah, every so often, every couple seconds, you can freeze the ball in place and it'll maintain its momentum. And the top right, you can see we're up to a C rating now, so you want to try to like keep the speed going. Because with every bounce, it loses just a little bit of speed. So you want to keep the party going, and you can of course smack the bad guys. Oop. Click. Got up to a B rating. Oh, for a moment, had a B rating for a moment there. Trying to avoid the attacks if I can help it. And punch. Oop. Like how I just smacked one of those grills. So anyways, this is what the game's all about. It's very bizarre and very weird. Probably the most unique concept for a like momentum-based sort of shooter I think I've seen in quite some time. I mean, I've really never played a game like this before, honestly. Oh, where is it? It's above. No, it's over here. The downside, though, is it's very busy visually. It's kind of easy to lose track of things. It's very easy to not have eyes on the ball and lose track of where it is. And you're trying to dodge the attacks. That's not always so easy, so it's a little bit much at times. And to be honest, I don't love it necessarily. Like, I like it, but I don't love it. But again, it's a unique concept. I've never played anything like it. It's truly unique and truly bizarre. What are the bad guys? I really don't know. The game just kind of tosses you in. There's not much of an interest. There's not much of like a story told to you. A floating little. And also there's this weird bug that I'm having right now that I think is probably like a AMD GPU specific problem. Because I checked the community hub on Steam, I checked the reviews, no one makes any mention of it, so I don't exactly know why it's doing this. But if I stand still, our guy's like blah, 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 just bouncing up and down constantly, bouncing on a crazy style. But the game mostly functions okay otherwise, though, so it's very odd. But again, I think it's a me glitch. I don't think it's something that anybody else has experienced, so it's very bizarre. But yeah, very odd game. It's like Ultra... You know what? That's a good comparison, actually. I would say it's a mix of Ultra Kill and Lethal League. When I think of with games that are similar, Lethal League is the first thing that comes to mind, but also Ultra Kill. Just a bit where it gets kind of silly. I'm not terribly surprised, because again, it gets very busy visually. And there's like a weird kind of color filter being applied, where it's like the colors are just a bit like washed out. Now that might be a measure of me like being kind of low on health. Maybe that's why. But yeah, the washed out colors probably aren't helping, and just like, especially when the ball really gets popping. Like right now it's not too bad, but when it's going like thump, 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 like when it's like flying, like then it gets real weird. Oh shit. Like that was a little bit silly. It's more pronounced, especially in like narrow corridors. And again, just the fact that you're encouraged to move around constantly, you know, means we're incentivized to keep things real wacky and silly. And what's nice that the ball does seek out the bad guys on its own as well. So I mean, it'll bounce around kind of randomly, but it will also kind of on its own nudge towards the baddies, which I appreciate. Hup, 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 hup. You have been chosen. And it's pretty forgiving and for the most part. Like I was saying earlier, like my biggest complaint is how easy it is to lose track of the ball. But at least like when you're trying to catch up with it, the timer's pretty generous for how long it takes for you to how long it takes before it breaks out of its little freeze frame aspect. And the you don't have to be like exactly on top of the ball to be able to hit it. It's like, it's pretty forgiving and allowing you to be mostly close enough. But now we can actually get a fairly close look at the bad guys. And yeah, they're just like fellas. They're just like dudes with multiple arms, and they have superpowers. But yeah, no real mention of like what they are. Are they, if this is a dream sequence about us working fast food, are these representations of annoying customers or coworkers that we don't like, or our boss? We actually haven't seen our boss yet. This whole time we're trying to find our coworkers and our boss. We found most of our coworkers. We haven't found our boss yet. I wonder if maybe he's going to be the first boss. Yeah, it's a little bit washed out. Yeah, exactly. Oh, also on 360p, right. Yeah, you're on 360. That might be part of it too. Yeah, the color grade, exactly. It's a little weird, but that might have been because I was low on health. Now it looks okay. I think it looks okay right now. Bunch of gooners. Meerkat said, whoa, gooners. You rang? You guys think boss battle? Maybe that's what awaits us. What's this gonna be? There it is. It's a new ability. Looks like a... Is it a tiara? I wear this on my head. Do I feel pretty? Charge your punch to punch the ball hard. It's a little wristband. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm actually not sure, Aleph. I kind of like it. I kind of like gooning as a verb. It is very fun. But yeah, for a lot of us, when we think goon back in like the 90s, you think of like a Batman villain henchman. Hey, boss, when the bat comes, do I get to hit him with the brass knuckles, or do I get to hit him with the baseball bat with the nails in it? That's where I come from. That's gooning. Talking like a Batman henchman. Aim at a wall and right-click to launch yourself. Oh, we have a grappling hook now. That's cool. I have the power! Unlock the magnetic ring. Now, I can't use it right now, maybe in the next room. Because you're producing the goo? You know what, Aleph? I never considered that, but that's probably exactly it. Or cheap bag of wine. Oh, shit, Gamertech, you're exactly right. I forgot about like... That's an old-timey reference, but I think you're exactly right. Oh, so you can't just use it forever. You have to. It does have a cooldown. Oh, I see in the bottom left. Now here's the thing too. Like the wall jumping is so generous in this game. You really don't need the grappling hook. Like the wall jumping really it empowers you to do a lot of platforming shenanigans. But I like that it gives us an additional option for platforming shenanigans. So now, where's the ball? Hoop. Where's it? Hoop, 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 hoop. Dead. I immediately fall in the water. Immediately fall in the lava. Sure thing, boss. You got it, boss. I love it. Yeah. Now, I'm actually not sure if that charged it up at all. Yeah, it's like, it says like hold the mouse button. I'm doing it, but nothing appears. Maybe you have to like get to a higher rating or something? It was just facing the wall. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Was it? I thought it said left click. Was it? Maybe they made right click. Yeah, it seems about the same. We're a full health now, which is nice. Yeah, you can only punch them to kill if they're in a glory kill vulnerability. Glory hole vulnerability. And bam. Smack the shit out of them. Very good. There it is. They spawn new dudes? I guess they can spawn more dudes. Oh, there's like a whole bunch of gross orbs. Explosive orbs of paint. Oh, fell in the wall. Fell in the water. Reminds me of Pizza Game. 2D wacky pizza game. Oh, Pizza Tower? Yeah. Now, it's an interesting combination, the grading aspect, because, you know, like, getting a high score and getting, like, a perfect rating is a big part of that game, for sure. So I could see that score attack being a big part of it, too. I think there's a score attack aspect of Ultra Kill. I think Ultra Kill also grades you on a rating of A and A, B, C, like, you know, those kind of, and like, S and triple S. Triple S plus, whatever. So, yeah, a game like this with like a very physicsy movement kind of aspect and also score attack aspect. It's a pretty familiar concept. Yeah, the ball bouncing, very much Lethal League for sure. Where is it? Oh, there it is. To a B. I've not actually gotten higher than a B yet. I'm hoping to get to an A, and I think it goes all the way to S. Smack the shit out of him. Seemed like it was spawning new dudes at some point. Spawning new dudes, but not nude dudes. There's the A. I had it for like a brief second. Oh, shit. Oh. Boom. So I got up to an A momentum for a moment there, which is pretty hype. It might be a Japanese thing, maybe. If I had to guess, part of it is like, you know, how do we take it one step beyond? It's the oh, what's it called? It's the Spinal Tap kind of situation where, well, why don't you just make 10 louder? Well, but this one goes up to 11. 11 is louder than 10. Well, just make 10 louder. No, but this one's 11. It's like, don't you just make A harder to reach score? Yeah, but this one goes to S triple, quadruple, plus, double sharp, hashtag, exclamation point, 69. So, therefore, it's better. I do like you can see through walls. That's nice, because I legit had no idea what went back here. Punch! Kick, punch. It's all in the balls. I was reminded of the New Blood post where somebody was asking the New Blood developers where the data was stored for Dusk, the game Dusk. It's like, yeah, where's the data stored? Like, or where's the save file stored? Like on the hard drive by default. Like, where's the storage location? And the developer responds, LOL in the balls. LOL in the balls is his response. And it's like, and on Steam he says, it like gives like the developer tag. So it's like a very official response. I think about that a lot. It's like, yeah, data stored in the balls or, and I mean, technically he's not wrong. I mean, yes, there's a lot of data. There's a lot of, you know, genetic info in those bad boys. So yes, sure, I suppose. Not the data they were looking for, but I mean, it's not wrong, I suppose. Hamburger. Get up to a B, which is exciting. Oop. Bam. What if there are ways to make the cooldown not as punishing? Because the cooldown takes a little bit sometimes. There we go. Wish there was a way to like shorten the cooldown so you could like phrase it more often and get like the big fancy boy hits more frequently. Bam. Like the flicking, by the way. The flick is my favorite. Oop. Well, both. Very good. Games using it for a while though, yeah. That was Bird the 97. Yeah, no, I couldn't tell you like when it first began, but I get the impression it's probably been a thing for a while. Of course, the obvious thing for a lot of us is, of course, you know, well, that's the you know, there's of course a letter grading system we all use for, I guess, most English-speaking school systems. You know, I think most folks are familiar with A and B and C and all that jazz. I don't know if it's the same across, you know, Asian-speaking countries or what have you, or European countries, but, you know, in North America, and at least as far as I can tell, most English-speaking places, that's kind of the standard. Now, the numbers that translate to the, you know, the percentages that translate to those ratings, that, of course, is a little bit different. Like in all the way through high school, an A was 100 through 93. And then 92 through 85 was a B, and 84, like, you know, like that was like more or less, I think more or less how the grades were calculated, percentage-wise at least, and up through like grade school through high school. But in college, it was usually a little bit more forgiving. So I think there were some differences with certain classes, but generally it was just a straight 100 to 90 was A. 89 to 80 is a B. And then, and so on and so forth. So, I guess we're done with this level. Oh, we got stuck. Thump, 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 thump. So in college, it got a little bit more forgiving. Of course, college is a lot harder. But that's the thing, I don't know how standard it is across countries, or even within the country. Like, so within the United States, I think there's a lot of state level ability to have it be a little bit different across the board. And also GPAs are a little bit weird too, because in the high school I went to was bizarre. They had a 5.0 GPA scaling system. So if you had a perfect GPA, you had a 5.0. And if you had a B average, you had a 4.0. And if you had a C, it was the 3.0. So, you know, back in the day, of course, it was like you hear people say like, oh, a 4.0 GPA is like the best one. But for some reason, my high school had a 5 scale. I don't know why. I'm sure it was a 5-point scale. Once again, another instance of, dude, it's the Spinal Tap thing. Just make for the standard. That's what everyone else uses. Why you have to be special. But this one goes up to 5. Therefore, the scores are better. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like it looks better on the resume to say, oh, wow, you had a 4.3 GPA. Holy shit. You're like beyond perfect. What the hell? Hire this person immediately. Give them all the money. Punch. Give him the Berg. Hup. Got the Berg. Berg doesn't give you health or anything. It just gives you more. Ah, I'm dead. It gives you more points. I'm dead, but I'm still like we're still in the game. What the hell? I'm like slowly dying. I guess if you die in midair, the game's like, oh god. So if I just leave it, will the ball eventually run out of juice? Because it's still hitting the guy. You actually didn't get grades, just a number, right? GPAs are fucking weird, yeah. Actually, I can't pause. Still standing. About that. Oh, now I have health again. Uh-oh. I think the game might have borked. I think the game might be sad. Oh, we have the jitterbugging again. Now I'm out of health again. Can't pause. Can't. I might have to Alt F4. Yeah, I'm still standing. I ain't hear no bell. I'm gonna Alt F4. Killing it. Killing it dead. As the game got sad. It happens. It happens. Alright, let's try that again. So that's a weird bug. If you die in midair, the game will not have you, like, end the level properly. It will get very confused. So that is an honest-to-goodness bug. I think that is an honest-to-goodness issue. We've seen a couple, like, weird grammatical errors and misspellings in the text, but no, you know, bugs necessarily, other than the weird one that I'm experiencing, which is, again, I think more me-specific. All right, so the game is launched, and I'm waiting for it to get picked up by OBS. Then we'll continue. We'll pick up where we left off. Because usually, if I were to die, usually it would just it wouldn't have me play through all like the individual phases leading up to the level we died, and we just jump back into the same level. So I'm gonna guess it probably auto-saved. Yes, it did, because this level we died. We died on, but the game crashed on. It's weird it didn't let me pause. That's the extra bizarre thing. So yeah, so the autosave is pretty generous and pretty forgiving, which I'm really grateful for. I wonder if we can... Again, it seems like there's like 2 different zones, and I think we're getting near the end of zone 1. I don't know if there is a 3rd zone that's just not available yet, but if this is all there is, then we might be able to beat this game in one sitting. And of course, for a lot of us, you know, a game like this might seem like kind of short then. It's like, oh, that's all there is. But, you know, for a lot of folks, they'd be curious about trying to get the higher scores, reach the higher rankings, more points for style, all that jazz. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. It's you right there. You with the face. You with the face that I'm about to remove. Knock the shit out of his ass. It is... Where is it? Oh, here. There we go. That's a frustrating thing too when you do the freeze frame and there's no dudes around. Oh, Jesus. Kind of why I'm grateful the ball just kind of intrinsically like nudges itself towards bad guys on its own. Like it still bounces off walls all silly like. Oh, jeez. But it will like kind of on its own home in on the bad guys, which is helpful. Knocked his ass. Something I could just glory kill his ass too. It's got not a ton of health left. Is there a ball? Where's the ball? Saw the reverberations, but I couldn't actually freeze it in time. Catch it in time. Oop. Oop. Come on, I can't reach it. Damn it. Twice in a row, I can't reach it. Nice healing. There we go. So they got it there. Oh, it did kill him. Okay. Well, there we go. It's like a physics engine. It's weird because I think the concept is cool and it is neat to play around with. But making an entire game out of it would, I think, like if there was like 100 levels or 200, like a shocking amount of levels, I might start to be like, I might start to like, my enthusiasm would start to wane after a bit. Well, let me check the level select again. Levels. So yeah, we're about to start level 6, the final level of Zone 1. So, you know, on the one hand, like, if this is all there is, then it could be a little bit short. But also, I don't know if I would want this game to go on for hours and hours and hours. I know what you mean, though, Grim. It's like, the game is neat. And the different levels are neat. And the enemy archetypes are alright. And the overall way the game plays and feels, it's unique. And again, I don't love it. I don't love every aspect of it. There are things that I like and things that I don't like. But overall, I wouldn't say it's a bad game, but I would say it has limited staying power for me specifically. I don't know if this would be enough to be like, oh yeah, this game is awesome. Like this is like it's a solid one. I was saying earlier, or not earlier, but during a previous stream, how I try to think of games that I play less in terms of what score would I give them, you know, because I think quantitative things doesn't always tell you like the full story. I try to think of it more as what rating would I expect this to have on Steam, and I would probably expect this to either have positive or mostly positive. I wouldn't expect very positive, and I definitely wouldn't expect overwhelmingly positive. I think that for some folks, this is enough. You know, just doing the score attack kind of aspect is enough for some folks, and that's great. You know, by no means is that, like, bad. But for others, it's like, you know, their levels are all kind of about the same. It's an arena shooter. Well, not shooter, but an arena baller. It's an arena game. And the arena aspect means you're just going from, like, you know, big, maybe not all of them super open, but, like, from just kind of open space to open space. And there's one weapon. The one weapon is the ball. And the ball is pretty cool, and you can do a lot of cool shit with it. But I'm not really having to mix up my strategy too much. Because I guess I'm playing it. I'm bouncing around. I'm trying to get the combos. I'm trying to bounce off the walls. I'm trying to keep track of the ball. I'm trying to dodge attacks to the best of my ability. And that's all you're really doing. So it's like, there's not a whole lot of diversity. And that is helped along by the fact that there is different enemy types. We've never seen these, like, dudes with the spread shots for, so that's a new enemy type, which is kind of cool. So that helps mix it up a little bit. But yeah, it's like, is this enough for some folks? And the answer is going to be no. I don't even know if it's necessarily enough for me. Of course, it's easy for me to play this game because I got a review key for the game, so I got it for free. But yeah, would I recommend someone pay a full price for it on Steam? I don't know. That's where it's a little bit tricky. It is an indie game. In fact, it's a self-published game. This game does not have a publisher. And you can definitely see some of the low budgetness of the game. Not to say that it's bad or it's like, you know, amateur hour or anything, but like you can see the game didn't have a huge budget. And if I had to guess, it probably was not made by English speakers, and there's a localization that is trying its best. But, you know, we've seen some issues with like the translation, which is fine. These things don't come easy. So I'm grateful that the game is doing something very bizarre and very weird. And like I said, I've never played a game like it. The closest I could say is Lethal League and Ultra Kill, but those are also very different games. So the game gets brownie points on my end for just being weird and trying something bizarre and not needing to tell a story and not needing to like have like a narrative to it. And the fact that it throws in this narrative and this like weird, this surreal landscape where it's like you're in a dream about working at a fast food restaurant. It's weird and it's unique and it's at least trying something on its own versus a cookie cutter kind of deal. So I do appreciate that. Yeah, I wouldn't play it for years and years, but I'd play it for an afternoon or I'd play it for an evening stream. So yeah, it might not be for everybody. And again, I don't know if it's necessarily for me, but what I'm seeing is very, very like unique, and I'll take uniqueness at least as being worth trying out. Like that alone brings it makes it worth at least worth the price of admission, so to speak. Guy says, ow, my head. So this is still the same level, but a different phase in the same level. A lot of extra projectiles happening. And I can reflect projectiles, but the timing for it's a little bit tricky. That was a raid from Gratoff. What's up, buddy? Gratoff, you're a freaking homie. Thank you, buddy. you for that raid. That's so nice. We're playing a weird-ass game. I was saying earlier, this is a cross between Ultra Kill and Lethal League. So it's a boomer shooter, but you don't shoot any guns. The bad guys are shooting at me, but I have the power of ball, the power of orb. And the whole idea with this game is you use this ball. I can freeze it midair. I can redirect it to punch towards the bad guys. I'm trying to parkour and slide and jump around. And I can freeze the ball every so often and redirect it to the bad guys. And as I do that, I get more points. I get more momentum. I'm picking up tasty burgers. It's a very weird game, but it's very unique. And I'm liking it for the most part. We were saying earlier how it's like the downside with this game is that this is kind of all there is to it. You're zooming, you're bouncing, you're jumping, you're picking up burgers, you're attacking bad guys with magic, bouncy, chaos ball. And that's pretty much it. Like, there's not a whole lot of depth to the game. It does take place in this, like, nightmare hellscape of working at a fast food restaurant. It's like, I think the story is going to be, when it's fully revealed, is that it's a fast food, like, nightmare. It's like we're in a dream. And the guy is like having a nightmare about working at a fast food restaurant, which is relatable. He's just like me, for real, for real. Unfortunately, we're having a weird bug, or if I stand still, we do this weird, like, jitterbug thing. And I don't think it's the game's fault. I think it's because I'm using an AMD graphics card. And sometimes AMD just has weird shit. Sometimes AMD just has weird bugs like this that only affect AMD users. Because us AMD graphics card users, we are in the minority, obviously. So not all, especially indie games don't always compensate correctly for it. It's a Unity engine game, so I've played a lot of Unity engine games lately on stream. So it would be unusual, but not exactly unheard of for that to be an issue. Oh, do I not have my grappling hook? I guess the grappling hook is only a sometimes thing. Because I pressed right click and I didn't have it. Yeah, no grappling hook that time. Well, fine, I didn't want the grappling hook. I didn't want it. I mean, it's a nice to have. I don't need it necessarily, but it's nice to have more movement options. Yeah, maybe because I died, or we did die, but also the game crashed. Well, actually, no, it's more the game soft locked. We died in midair, and when I landed, the guy, like, didn't do the death animation. So we were just kind of, like, pseudo-alive and pseudo-dead, and I couldn't hit the escape button to pause it to, like, exit, so I had to do it on Alt F4. So I wonder if that, like, messed up the save in some way. It is an indie game, like I said, so, you know, there's an understandable amount of, I don't want to say jank, because that sounds mean, but, you know, it's an indie game that's only been out for a little bit. It's been out for, like 2 months, I think. So it's still relatively fresh in the grand scheme of things. Thank you, Jet. Oh, what's up, Jet? We got the freaking homies, man. Thank you, Jet, for the shout out for our buddy. Jet points out that yes, Mr. Kratz is playing some Mario Maker. Very nice. Boom, boom, boom. Not done yet. Not done yet. There's 2 baddies left. Bam. He's out of here. Is that gonna get him? Bam. Going for it. And kapow. There we go. So there we go. Yeah, is it a Unity game? Yeah, it's definitely a Unity game for sure. If there were different weapons or modifiers, or different kinds of balls, or like ball modifiers, ball modifiers to like make it, I don't know, like, I'm not sure what you could do realistically. Like what things would I add in? What modifiers would I add in to the ball? Maybe make it slower, make it faster, although faster would almost be too annoying because then it's hard to keep up with. I don't know, add like a flame trail so it like sets bad guys on fire, or, you know, elemental stuff, electricity so it like shocks multiple lads. You know, I don't know, I'm sure we could think of something. But just ways to kind of mix it up a little bit. But thank you for that raid, Gratoffy. If there was any clips you want to share, Gratoffy, you know my spiel. You've heard it plenty of times. I appreciate you a whole bunch, man. Thank you for that raid. I can probably outrun. Maybe I can't actually, because I do. You can dash through projectiles. Oh! You can dash through projectiles, but you can't crouch or slide through projectiles. There we go. Get the bouncy boys. Speaking of bouncy boys, there's my bouncy boy. Oop! I fell in the lava. Don't touch the lava. It is a hard lock. Yeah, I guess it is. Because when I think of hard lock, I think of, you know, the screen freezing and no inputs allowed. I could do some inputs. I could move around, or I could look around. But I couldn't pause. So no escape. So to me, it's like that's maybe it's a medium lock. If you can't pause, you can do some things. Like some inputs are allowed. And the game continues to execute. Well, visually it's executing. It's very weird. It was a strange time. Yes, right there. Bam. Oh shit. Can't even see the dudes farting out the orbs. The orb farters. Oh god. I freaking double dipped on that one. Oh shit, am I falling down? Ah! Fell in the lava. Fell in the lava. It's very easy to fall in the lava here. With it being in all around amongst all the borders. Do they have like tentacle faces? Get real up close with one of them to see if they've got like a tentacle beard. Like Davy Jones. No, it's just big, just a big beard. Just a big beard, yep. Oop. I thought it was like a tentacle beard. Just a big bushy one. Click. Kapow. Oh, come back, come back. Oh. Trying to focus that guy because they have a lot of health. Although that being said, I will smack you as well. These guys are tanky. Oh, so the glowing... Okay, there it is. The glowing is the indicator to say they're ready for the glory kill. The glory hole kill. Except don't kill glory holes. That's where friends are made. That's where friendships are made. There we go. Gritoffy, as always, if you have any clips to share, man, you know, I'm super down. If there's anything you want to share. Doesn't that be from tonight. Doesn't that be from a recent stream. Could have been weeks ago, months ago. I'm down for anything. Anything and everything. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you again for that raid, dude. Super nice. We had a lot of raids tonight, by the way. A lot of folks being very nice to old Alex. Is it my birthday or something? Then I didn't realize it. Maybe it's my birthday and I forgot about it. Maybe I slept all the way until March and I didn't even realize. Cool. I just wanted to just go for random punch myself, just to extra little hit. Thump, 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 thump. There he is. Knocked his ass into the... Oh, shit! Almost fell off myself. Right, so nothing else to speak of. There's not really any secrets. That's the thing, too. No secrets, no collectibles. The burgers are there, but that's just a score enhancer. Nothing else going on, really. Felipe. Oh. Got zonked. Got zonked right the fuck out. All right. So Felipe got bopped. Is the boss is gonna be this one lad who's just took a minute to realize we were there. Didn't really notice us first. I don't have the shield thing either. That's unfortunate. So no shield for reflecting bullets. No grappling hook. Ouch. It's not like an enhanced version of these guys. It's just a regular dude who is dead. Get to rescue our friend who got fucking knocked the fuck out. Or Felipe. We hardly knew ye. Oh, he's dead. He's not just knocked out. He's fucking dead. Gotta find another version of him then. A dimensional Felipe. Oop. 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 Again, we lost the grappling hook, which is a shame. And the shield fella. Not that I was making a lot of use of it. But I'm kind of curious. Oop. Oh, invisible walls! Heck, dude! I got excited. I thought maybe there was like a secret. Invisible wall. My worst nemesis. Bonk. Those are the guys that poop out the orbs. The slow-moving air mines. Bonk. Thump, 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 thump. I was gonna say I saw that shockwave. There's more on this side as well. It makes perfect sense. Hoop, 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 shit. Okay, I'm trying not to fall in the lava if I can help it. And by lava, I mean the purple goop. Purple gloops. Hiding right behind this guy. Sneaky hiding space. Ouch. Oh god, I'm like taking multiple hits from the same shockwave. Bam. Punch. Oh god, I got health and then I immediately lost it. It's like I did a big old heckin' shockwave. Trying to get the thing. Yeah, we got it. Ouch. Part of me wishes the hamburger also healed you, but that'd be too easy. Because the hamburgers are replenishing very rapidly. Oh, oh. Rapid hamburger replenishment. Yeah, I can't quite reach. Let's punch him, that works too. There we go. Alright, so... It's re-entered, I think. Oh, I guess maybe not, actually. Are there, unless there's multiple doors? Usually just the one. Yeah. Yeah, usually it's green, but it's so glooped I can't tell what color it is. A lot of ways to go here. Oh. A clipboard, alright. Yeah, lots of gloop. Gloop corners. And I think that's where we came from, right? Oh, no, this is the right one. Cool, we got it. Also makes me look sad. Seems like it's the same music over and over again. It's not bad, it's just like, it's the same track, so it's like, not a ton of variety. Back to some more open space is a little bit nice, too. There we go. So when it's a little bit more congested, it's on the one hand, it's nice because it's harder to lose track of the ball, but lots of room to maneuver, dodge enemy attacks, and all that jazz. Smack. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Show me the ball. Show me the money. Show me your balls. Google, show me this guy's balls. There it is. Smack. Knock the shit out of him. Very good. Very good. Ooh, getting the shit knocked out of me if I'm not careful here. Bam. Oop. Up. And you are chosen. Just trying to, like, get my timing down so I can more or less get that that freeze frame function going, and the moment it becomes available, I know I'm probably not being the most efficient about it. That's another raid! That's Vexel. Oh, thank you, Vex. That's so nice, man. Vexel sitting with the raid. Thank you, my man. We're playing a very strange game. But it's pretty neat, though. I'm overall liking it. It's a little bit weird, and it's a little bit clunky, honestly. There's a clunk factor that I'm becoming more and more aware of, but I'm overall liking it. It's called Sydless, and the idea is that it's like a boomer shooter, but there's not really any guns that you shoot. The bad guys get guns, or projectiles at least. But the weapon you get in this game is a ball, and you smack it around kind of like Lethal League. So it's like a Lethal League Ultra Kill score attack game. It's very weird, but very unique. Oh god. I actually missed that guy. So I'm trying to like dodge enemy attacks. I'm trying to like freeze the ball and smack it towards bad guys and dodge their bullshit, and also keep track of the ball. And also I'm trying to like jump around and like do dashes and wall jumps to get like parkour points. It's a very weird combination of a lot of things. Whenever they're glowy like this, go for the kill. Well, there it is. And I think we're nearing the end of the first level, like first zone. I guess to the first world, really. Oh shit. Damn. But thank you, Vex, for that raid. Thank you, my man. We actually played some cool roguelikes just the other day. I played Pathogenic for the first time. Really, really solid roguelike. I really love that one. I know a lot of folks in our circle have been playing a lot of Primordialis, and Pathogenic is kind of similar to Primordialis in some ways. So that was like some overlap between the two, which I really appreciate. But it's very good. Pathogenic last night was very cool. Very good video game. Slap him, punch him. Guy is still quite healthy. I intend to change that. Ouch. God, where is it? I hear it. Can't quite reach it. There we go. Punch. There we go. Alright, so that's that little challenge area. Pretty not great score rating. I feel like I was not getting a lot of momentum that time. Where's the door leading out? Where's the door leading out of here? That's the way we came in. Am I wrong? Let's get the ball back. How do I leave this infernal place? Also, this game takes place in a weird, like, dream sequence where you're playing as a guy that either used to or maybe still works at a fast food restaurant, and it's like a weird dream sequence. It's all very surreal and bizarre. It's like we're dreaming about working at fast food. Very unusual little game. But I overall like it. I was saying earlier how there's not like a ton of variety in the game. You end up doing a lot of the same kind of thing over and over again. See the same kind of bad guys. You only have the one attack style, really. You get some extra tools and abilities, but they're only temporary. So it's a neat idea, and it's a unique game, no question. No question, it's a very unique game. But yeah, it's a little bit on the unusual side. But I'm not afraid of unusual things, and I'm not about to start. So is that the end of Zone 1? We saw Felipe and saw him get got. That was the end of Zone 1 completely. So now we go on to Zone 2, my friends. Zone 2, Electric Boogaloo. Anything different out here, by the way? Sure feels small, says Frank. So saith Frank. Alright, so our boss is stuck in that room. Was playing some Power World. Oh, you're having some tech issues? Gotcha. Got a full stream. Sorry to hear you're having some tech issues, though, Vexilus. With OBS specifically. I think I did see there was a beta, on the beta branch, there was a new update available. I don't think it's been pushed to main yet. So I guess if nothing else, you could potentially try the beta branch. I'm not sure how realistic that is. So I've never actually tried any of the beta branches on, for OBS. So I'm not sure how much of a realistic solution that is. There we go. So he's like getting multiple hits off the wall. It's kind of funny. But thank you again, man. Doing some Power World. That game, man, that game with the 1.0 update does look pretty sick. I never did pick it up, and now that a bunch of streamer buddies are picking up, I'm more tempted. Because I was not so sure about when I first saw it, but I've heard the 1.0 update is very good. Sounds good, Mir. I know it's getting pretty late. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to beat the whole thing tonight. But I'm gonna see how far we can get into Zone 2 before we have to wrap it up for the night. We had a lot of raids tonight, by the way. Lots of very nice folks raiding into us. Super, super nice. Super generous, man. We had Gamertech and Gratothi. Vexilus just raided just now. And Jimmy the Rabbit. So many freaking cool streamer buddies, man. I really appreciate that. Super neat. Super neato. Bam. Go for the kill. Give me some health back. Because, yeah, getting the kills how you get the health. Just like in real life. Taking a life is how you really live. I'm mostly kidding. Mostly. Now I'm trying to chase the ball back down. Bam! Got up to B rating, which is nice. Where's it? What's over there? Get him. Yeah, specifically. That guy specifically. Fuck him and him alone. There we go. We got it. 30 hours the past 3 days? Yeah. No, it looks very good, and I'm glad the new update is as good as it is, because always exciting when a game that holds a lot of promise manages to actually deliver its capabilities. Because I think when Pal World first came out, the general consensus was it's good, but it has a long way to go before it like reaches its full potential. So now that 1.0 has happened for that game, and that it's actually the reception has been as positive as it is, that's very encouraging. So that makes me happy. Unfortunately, I just immediately popped the bunch of projectiles. Oh, it's because these guys are throwing them at you. It's like a shotgun blast. So we have our first flying boys. Everyone else so far has just been ground-based, but these guys are flying around and being a bunch of big meanies. Bunch of mean fellers. I can't tell what they are. Are they like little flying angel babies? Little cherubs? Bam. Ouch. I don't love the giant wall of projectiles they launch at you. I don't love that part. They have a lot of health, too. Unless that number is for all of them. I see that one's killable. I'll take his ass out. Bam. Just killed another one. Yes, so they're not, like, crazy tanky. Yes, that's overall health. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. I guess I wasn't really paying that much attention earlier. Some ground boys. Oop. Oop, oop. I see we got the shockwave fella as well. There we go. Wish there was a way to hit the ball if it was just near you anyway, versus having to manually raise it. If it just kind of flies by, it'd be cool to just be able to smack it on your own. It's really hard to do because it flies real fast, obviously. If that was an option, it'd be neat. There we go. So we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Let's jump up and... I wonder if there's going to be any boss battles, because I was a little bit disappointed that at the end of Zone 1, it was just a normal level with a bit of an extra story beat, but not a whole lot added to it. I'm not really sure what you could do with this game. Well, I shouldn't say I'm not sure what you could do. You definitely could come up with something for a boss battle, but I don't exactly know what the developer would have in mind necessarily. Oop. Oh shit. Oop. Oop. There we go. Because you can dash through projectiles. You can't slide through projectiles, but you can dash through them. Dash makes you invulnerable to projectiles, at least temporarily. Right over there. Whoop. Whoop. Don't fall in the lava. Don't do it. Uh-oh. Alright, you. You right there. Yes, you with the face. Like I said earlier, you with the face, which I intend to remove shortly. Intend to remove your face thusly. Perchance. Oh, fell in the lava. Shit. Then I just say, Alex, don't fall in the lava. And what's the first thing I do? Stick my penis in the goddamn lava like a fool. Like a foolish fool. It's over here. Smack. Yeah, very rarely do I die from taking too much damage and just running out of hit points. Usually I die because my dumbass falls in the lava. That's an insta-death. It's almost like lava's unhealthy or something. What's that about? Almost like falling in lava is supposed to be bad for you. What kind of nonsense bullshittery is that? Bam. This long, kind of slender shape, this like long rectangular shape for this room makes it seem like you're kind of inclined to just kind of bounce back and forth. Just ping pong back and forth from one long end to the next. We're just kind of like bouncing back and... I mean, there's a lot of bouncing back and forth in this level, in this game in general, but... Oh. I didn't realize I was going to hit him. Oop. Bam, there we go. I was like mostly confident that I was going to land on the ground, but I actually was not exactly sure. Oh, what the heck? I was mashing the spacebar. I guess I wasn't close enough to the wall. I was trying to wall jump. And I thought I was close enough to the wall, but clearly I was not. Let's get at the stairs, yeah. That's no bueno. There's a hit. Can't ignore that one. Can't miss on that one. It's in front of me. There it is. Bam. It's behind me. Yep. Like, I find myself kind of inadvertently freezing in the same place over and over, which is fine. You're trying to attack the same bad guy over and over, but I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. Seems like with a lot of these score attack games, the basic gist is points for style and don't do the same thing over and over again. So you want to mix it up as much as possible. Lots of variety. So it was in Tony Hawk. You know, if you use the same move over and over again, you're gonna not get a ton of points. So you want to mix it up, get nice, lots of variety, and tasty burgers. Can't ignore the tasty floating burgers. Oop. Oop. Bam. Thump, thump, thump. Combo bonus, burger bonus. Ouch. Bonus burger, bonus soda. Oh shit. Hit his ass. There we go. Thank you for getting his ass. Just what I needed. Yeah. Still one very healthy flying guy. I think the other guy might be close to death. Actually, now they both are. Punch his ass out of the sky. There we go. Next one. Just a little story beat here, maybe. Oh shit. Try that again. With those angled little springboards, sometimes it's hard to tell, do they want me to move or just let the spring do the work for me? Oh, there we go. No, I was actually right the first time. Is to not do any movements and just, it's like Sonic the Hedgehog, it's the little bounce pads to kind of launch you around. Oh, shit. You. Here, you right there. You with the face. I was saying earlier that more enemy variety would be helpful, and I'm grateful that we are seeing little flying guys now, even if I don't love fighting against them. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, am I gonna have the bug? No, it actually ended correctly. Because that's what happened last time, where I died in midair and the game had a very unpleasant freeze situation. But no, I'm glad that there's like some new enemy type. There's more tricks up the game's sleeve. It's just a shame that there's really only just kind of one way to play the game. That's like the only real... Well, that and the fact that it's so easy to lose track of the ball, and the game is just so busy visually. Those are my two major complaints about the game. They're like only kind of one way to play the game, really. And that it's so easy to lose track of the ball. And also, there's not like a ton of like score opportunities. You know, they talk about like trying to get the combos going. You know, do lots of wall jumps, do dashes, and do slides. Dash does help. Slide does help, I think. Although I don't know if I've seen a point thing happen from sliding. I think sliding's more of a defensive maneuver. But you wall jump, you dash, and that's kind of it. You can find burgers sometimes. And of course, if you get a kill, that gives you points. But yeah, as far as like moving around and getting points, there's not a ton of things to really encourage you to try different deals. It's like I'm just kind of doing jumps and dashes and killing things and picking up burgers. And that's kind of it. Of course, you're always going to be wanting to try to kill the bad guys. That's just generally a thing you want to do. It's kind of hard for that to be a real interesting points for style opportunity necessarily. Punch. There we go. He's done as well. And you're next. Actually, he's not dead. He's still alive. Oh, I think I'm on the wrong side. Oop. Oop. He's out. You're next. Oh, I got the A ranking by the way, baby. Punch. There's somebody right there. I'm looking at right in my face. Bam. A lot of health I just lost just now. I got shockwave. Where'd the ball go? There it is. It's up here. It's not around here specifically. So all the bad guys are in the middle, and the ball's like I'm only finding ways to freeze it when it's in the perimeter. I wonder why the upgrades we got were only temporary. That's so bizarre. The shield and the grappling hook would actually be kind of nice at around now. So I wonder if that's intended that you only get it for a few levels, and then it goes away. I wonder if the game crashed, messed it up in some way. Finish him off. Cool. There we go. I think it's just him. It's the last fella. Actually, there might be a fire guy as well. Oop. I can't really reach from there. There we go. I can't reach him either. Yeah, I'm trying to like freeze frame in a way that actually allows for... Let's do it this way. Punch! Oh, we're not done. Okay, now we're done. There we go. Couldn't find any clips. It's all good, Gretz. It's all good, bud. You know my general policy. It's something I'm always happy to encourage. Don't have to do it, of course, but... And to be honest, I'm in a similar situation. I don't always have a ton of like hot and fresh clips at all times. I mean, I like to think that, every stream I do is, of course, full of zany antics and, moments that we'll remember forever because I'm just so cool and so entertaining and also so humble. But the reality is that, yeah, it's like sometimes it's like, yeah, no, there weren't like any like things that would be like amazing or incredible outside of the context of, the other antics of the streams just across the board. I'm dead. I'm not dead. That's not instant kill lava. It's just pain gloop. So it's not kill lava, but it is pain gloop. I did die from the big orbs, though. Big orbs on his hip. Alright, so starting off, trying to not take multiple shots into the pain gloop if I can help it. There's the ball right there. I always love when it can freeze it when it's in view. That's the best situation. Doesn't happen very often. It happens infrequently. Hoop, hoop. Like, if I'm able to, like, kind of predict the movements and keep track of things accordingly. Oh, God. And with that little splash attack thing of his. Hey, you right there. Bam! Killed 2, right back to back. Double kill. There it is. Hoop. Smack. Smack. Another one. Smack. It's like, it's a shame that punching does nothing unless they're in the glory kill mode. Glory kill vulnerability. Knocked his ass out as well. Mama said, knock you out. Mama said, punch your balls. Or actually, Mama said, punch my ball. If I go down there, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get got, and I don't want that. There it is. Ouch. Like, I'm glad it was able to grab from there if like it was very far away. Still able to reach though. Hoop, hoop. Shit. Where is it? Hoop, hoop. I can't quite reach. There we go. Got pretty good momentum. B rating is pretty good. It's also doing a lot of extra damage, which is neat. There we go. I get it up to A if I can help it, but that is easier said than done because this is a very hectic kind of deal. There we go. Got good eyes on it. Bam. Hup, hup, hup. You, right there. The little flying guys are kind of hard to see from a distance. You lose track. One of many things I'm losing track of in this game. Oh, there we go. Is that it? Whoop. Oh shit. Wrong button. Oh, fuck. Shit. Didn't mean to do the ground pound. I could just go for the kills for a few of them, but I still need to do more damage to several. He's out. He's out. There we go. Smacked his ass. How about 220? Now, the one downside is that, like, on the one hand, we are getting the combos and we're getting scored point-wise for those combos, but then there's no overall score so far as I can tell. God damn it. There it jumps. We got it. Because there's the overall ranking, then the ranking is more of a representation of your momentum, and you're able to, like, keep the ball speed up necessarily. The score, because yeah, that rating goes down regardless, you know, over time, regardless of your score necessarily. So if there was like an overall score, and maybe there is, the game's just not sharing it, like showing it to you necessarily, but if there was an overall score, it'd be kind of cool if that was a thing we could mess with. Oh shit. Oh, I landed, okay. Probably only get so many wall jumps before you have to land. I think it's 3 wall jumps allowed before you have to land on solid ground. Cutscene. Is that one of our coworkers? Felipe. Something's weird about this room. Well, yeah, all the stuff was nailed to the ceiling. You see that? All the grills and equipment was attached to the ceiling. Oh shit. He's dead again. Second time we've seen him die before us. Oh, no, he's not dead. Uh-oh. Well, I asked for a boss battle, and here we are. Ask and you shall receive. There's no audio, or very little audio. You guys doing that too, right? Like, very little audio. Like, now it's okay, but like, there's just odd and quiet in these cutscenes. So a single target. Yeah, we had like a mini boss battle against a single of the ground pound lads, and that wasn't very super exciting. This is a little bit more exciting, though. It's a bullet hell fella. A bullet hella. And kapow, doing all sorts of ground pounds. So yeah, this guy's actually spicing it up quite a bit, actually. So as long as I'm moving a bunch, should be good. He's got a lot of health, though. Wowee. Whole bunch of health. Ouch. Of course, the problem is, if he has that much health and there's no bad guys to kill otherwise, how do I get health? The answer is, I think I just have to get good. Get good, man. Might be here for a minute because he's got a lot of stuff and I don't have a ton of stuff myself. Ouch. Giant spatula is a nice touch. I'm doing so little damage. Oh, I'm dead. It's gonna be tough. And this is not the end of any zones, right? Let me see. We're still in zone 2. Oh no, I'm wrong. Oh, okay. I'm wrong. This is the end of zone 1. Yeah, zone 1 level 6. Oh, okay. So this is the finale of zone 1. We have to watch the cutscene each time. Can I skip? Enter. I already took damage. God damn it. It's got a lot of health, man. God damn. Like, I have to really get good at the movement in this game. Ooh, big lag. Oh my god, he just popped his balloon and it spewed a bajillion projectiles. That was nutty. Oh god, there's like a weird visual thing for a moment there. It was like a weird, like pseudo slow motion thing. That was bizarre. God, that was crazy. Yeah, the ground pound, of course, is an obvious thing to avoid. You can see above us the grill stuff and all the just overall fast food equipment. There we go. All on the ceiling. Bam. 400 health, and he's got a bunch. He's a healthy lad. Healthy fella. Oh, shit. What's up, Cthulhu? I mean, my computer's like alright. It's not amazing. My computer's not like top of the line, but it's pretty good. I've got a ARMD 7 5900X CPU and an AMD 6800 XT GPU. So, you know, those are all things that are a couple generations old by now. So it's getting up there age-wise, but it's all right. I consider it just kind of average. This game is pretty new. It only came out like a month ago. No, maybe 2 months ago. It's about 2 months ago, so it's still pretty fresh in the grand scheme of things. So it could be an optimization thing. Also, that was the first lag spike we've seen. We've had some issues with this game, some tech issues. But that was the first time I've seen like an honest to goodness like noticeable slowdown. Woo! Yeah, it's like, how do you dodge that, man? Especially with this low health as I have. Oh man, this is tough. It's when he stops that close, it's like, oh god. Yeah, that laser especially is tough too. At least got further this time. I think I'm probably about to die though, because again, not a ton of extra HP to spare, and there's no healing that we can see either. You can get the burgers. The burgers give you more points. It doesn't give you shit for health. Just throwing out all manner of the big explosive fellers. Looks like I can dash through projectiles. But the dash has a bit of an unpleasant cooldown at times. And kapow. That laser move is also kind of tough to dodge sometimes. Okay. Oop. And kapow. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm with you. It's like, I want to say that my rig is probably good enough to be able to handle, you know, most indie games, you know, of this caliber. So it's probably more of an optimization thing. I think we can probably beat this guy, but he's tough. He's definitely tough. I'll try a couple more times. And the big thing is that there's just no heals. So that part's unpleasant. Usually in these levels, I'm able to kind of lean on the fact that if you get any kills, if you kill any bad guys, they drop health when they die. So if you get low on health and things are looking tenuous, then you can just kill a couple of vulnerable guys, use that to juice yourself up, and you're good to go. Here, not quite as much. Now what I could do is I could focus less on going aggro. You know, by this point in the game, we've kind of been encouraged to focus more on build up momentum, get more of a high score multiplier, because that makes the ball move faster, and if the ball is moving faster, then you're able to get more hits. But maybe I should focus more on being defensive. I mean, we're moving around a lot anyway. Like in that case right there, if I were to go over there, I would risk getting hit by the big orb explosion, the orb explosion. So I should maybe play more defensively in that sense and try to focus my... Whoa! Oh, buddy! Woo! Those are some fireworks, man, goddamn. Like how it looks like he's... Oh god, hit with a laser. And when he's hitting with a spatula. Slapping it back towards me. Thing is, you can't just wall jump forever. You eventually have to hit the ground, because there's a hard limit on wall jumps. I think it's 3. I think it's 3 wall jumps. Oop. Shit. There we go. And the dash cooldown is also not super generous. It's like a 3-second cooldown or something. Ooh. I was gonna say, can I dash to that? Yes, we got it. As long as I'm not too far away from the large orb when it pops, it's not too bad. Oh shit! Yeah. I can try to dodge those big shockwaves because they're scary. He likes to throw a bunch of them. It's kind of his whole thing, his whole personality. Oh! I was flirting with danger, man. Flirting with disaster, getting close to that, but trying to get his ass. What if he unlocks any new moves, like if he has multiple phases? Trying to also avoid having that thing pop, like the giant orb, but not pop when I'm close to it, because that slowdown is tremendous. Bam, there we go. Doing alright, we're doing alright. We've only taken 1 hit so far, and it was a pretty small one. Some hits are bigger than others. There we go. Get away from him. I'm waiting for the laser, because the laser is the hardest thing I think I have to deal with, because it's very quick. Yeah, there it is. There it is right there. So that's what I'm trying to, like, wait for. Seems like he more or less has a pattern that he's following. But not always. Like, the ground pound, I thought preceded laser, but that one came right after laser. Oh, shit. Yeah, dash, yeah. Goodness for being able to dodge through projectiles. Or dash through projectiles. Dashing through the projectiles. And the only one-horse open sleigh that we'll be doing is me slaying his ass. Good job, Alex. That was a sick takedown. You sure licked his ass. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Thread the needle. Whoop. Whoop. Shit. Still got it. Like how I like nudge my head instinctively. Like when you're playing Mario Kart or some kind of racing game, and you're like moving the controller to the side. Because moving the controller helps you turn quicker. That's how it works. And if you're trying to make a difficult jump in a video game, if you physically go, hup, it makes you jump further. It's been proven with science. Gotta make the rules, man. That's just how it is. That's over here. That's fine. We're actually doing okay. We've only took the one. Ooh, 2 hits. Unfortunately, that was a double hit. The one hit we hit earlier only took 10 health. I took 20, unfortunately. He is nearly halfway dead. Now, it's possible that when he does get low on health, like maybe like 50 health, or maybe you know, like something along those lines. Like maybe we have to get it down to 0. But if he gets down low enough, it'll count as being in the glory kill mode. Oh, by the way, there's new dudes, by the way. I should be attacking them so I can get some health back because I just took another hit. That shockwave especially, man. It's funny, the first hit took 10 health. Second hit took 20 health. And the third hit took 30. So we got some health back. A little bit. But we'll take it. Ouch. He's doing like a... Oh, he's got new attacks. Oh, Jesus. Just what I did not want to see. But now there's other dudes. So I can focus them. And when they... Oh, my fucking Christ. Dude, my brother in Christ, that dash sucks dick, and not in the good way. Oh, damn. Oh, I was wrong, by the way. I couldn't move around. Or I couldn't look around, rather. Because I was wondering if you can just look... If I could look around when I'm in this kind of soft lock state. But I think Meerkat's right. This would be more akin to a hard lock, because the game is still doing some things, but I can't do any inputs, including escape. No pause. Jump. Control. Nothing. Now, of course, the ball continues to move around. So if we left this just sitting here, it might kill the guy, but it probably wouldn't count it. Let's do another couple of attempts. We're definitely not beating the whole game tonight, because I assume that Zone 1 was done a few levels ago, but this whole sequence has been Zone 1. It's got a bajillion achievements all at once. And we're getting more achievements. Relaunch the game. Let's see if we can at least take this guy down. I think it's doable. I almost wish the bad guys would spawn sooner. That dash attack sucks. I don't like that thing, man. That sucks. Big not fan. Big not a fan of it. Alright, the game is launched. And now this is different. Did it look like this earlier when we were loading in? Because yeah, that like space behind is closed off now. The Kicking Ass Town. That's a real place. So there we go. This is a boss battle. See, I don't remember like the little area before the boss battle looking quite like that. The Gloop monster. Or the Felipe monster, I suppose. Oh shit! Laser almost tickled my booty. Damn it! Can't quite reach it. Yeah, too slow. He is like inside of his ass. Bam. So little damage right now, man. The rookie numbers. Woo! Yeah, there was it again where it was like super far away. It was a double hit. Oh god! It was 2 hits back to back. Unfortunate. Ooh my gosh! I guess it took a bunch of hits all at once. So might not be the attempt that leads me to victory, unfortunately. Oh my god! Not with that happening. Let's try again. It's like, nah, I feel like I could use the practice. So yeah, the stuff falls down from the ceiling if it gets smacked like that. That's kind of cool. I don't know if that's like a thing we can utilize, if that can like damage him at all. That'd be cool if it was. But I wouldn't expect it. Oop, shit. Where is it? Where is it? It's right in front of me. Ooh, yeah. There we go, got it. Yeah, I don't like it when it freezes right in front of him. I mean, I guess it's easy to see, obviously. Kind of plan my moves accordingly, but a little bit dangerous getting close to him like that. So, it is. Oh, it's like inside of him. Kind of romantic. Kind of sexy. Oop. Oop. The laser always scares me. Hey, ranking, though. At least we got a good score. We might be about to die, but we'll die with a good grade. There you go. We're doing more damage. Slowly but surely. Ooh! I wish I could say that the lag is part of why I'm doing so badly. And that like, you know, that was why I took so much damage. But I really can't blame the game for that necessarily. That's or being not the best gamer. Not the best, not the worst. It's like, oh, it was the lag. The lag was why I died. All right, I'm a perfect gamer if not for the lag. All right, bro. In the fighting game community, they call it Johns. Like they say, no Johns, man, no Johns. No blaming the controller, no blaming the game. They'll be like, it was not my fault, bro. Because apparently, I don't know what game it was, but there was apparently a fighting game tournament where a really annoying piece of shit. I don't know who it was, but everyone knew. Just the guys that were there knew him. His name was John. And every time he died, he'd be like, oh, it's the controller. Oh, the controller's not working. So that's what brought on that phrase, no Johns. It's like, hey, man, if you're gonna pull a Johns move and complain about the game or complain about the controller, don't do that, man. No Johns. Don't do it. We've all known that guy. We all, like, went to school with that guy. The kid in school where it's like, you know, invites you over to play games, and then like when he starts losing, he starts like freaking out or some shit, or like, or he would like intentionally give you the bad controller. Like, what are you talking about, man? That controller's perfect. Nah, man, the analog stick's broken. Nah, man, it works great. Can I use yours? No, this is my controller, bro. Everyone had that one friend. I just lost all my, like, half my health in one sitting because I think I'm getting worse at the game. It's a sign I'm getting tired. Oop. Oh my god. I was doing so good that one round, and I got so hopeful when it spawned the dudes. It started spawning the dudes. I was hopeful that was my sign that I was destined for greatness. Like how the shockwaves will just randomly stop. Well, they're not randomly stop. When the attack ends, the shockwaves just stop. And it's not that the shockwaves, like, reach there's zenith. That's not the shockwaves like reach the end of the line. Like when the attack ends, they just kind of dissipate instantly, which is good. I like that. Selfishly, because it means that you know, that's, I don't have to deal with the last couple shockwaves. But from a technical standpoint, it's, you know, less than ideal, because just means like the animation is like tied in a weird way. Whoop. Hey man, could you like poop out some bad guys sooner? I can attack them and get some health back, because this constantly being low on health and no heals thing is kind of a bummer. A bit of a sad situation for Alex. It's kind of a boner killer. A bit of a buzzkill. Hup, hup, hup. Ooh, yeah, exactly. Dude, there's fucking shockwaves, man. Goddamn. Goddamn shockwaves, man. Good lord. Good lord. Grateful we can skip the cutscene at least. We'll just jump right back into the fray. Just please no more soft locks or hard locks or deadlocks or chastity locks. You know, just really none of the above, ideally. Oop. Oh, where is it? It's right in front of my face. There it is. Click. Bing. That's my favorite one, where it's like a little, like the punch is good. The flicky boy. Oh, big leg. It's like an after effect. It's like an after image kind of thing, where it's like a visual echo when that happens. Like a slow motion. Oop. There's the shockwaves, the one that always fucks me up. I'm thinking when that happens, I should just, oh, there he is. When he does a shockwave, I should just, oh shit, he just tickled my penis with that one. I should just kind of go full defensive. And just kind of wait it out. Because on the one hand, I feel like the game has trained me to try to like keep up the momentum. Like there, it's like, yeah, I have to really, really be careful. Go against my instincts of keep the momentum going at all times. Shit. Fuck, I shouldn't have turned around, that was silly me. Oh, the laser, goddammit. Oh, how'd that hit? Oh, it's because he was right there. I thought he was like, I thought he was like mid-attack animation, but he was still going. 25. Boss is brutal. And it's kind of surprising, like a surprising, oh, fuck, I felt it. I was like, I was mashing dash and I couldn't get out of it. It's a little surprising because this game has been, I would say, reasonably challenging, but this is a very sudden difficulty spike. And it really wouldn't be too bad if there was some other bad guys to fight, so you can get their health when they died. Because, yeah, this is brutal. This is brutal. Give it a couple more tries. It's getting pretty late. Give it a few more tries. I wonder if I can look at the Steam achievements, and I can check the global stats for the people that have this game. What's the percentage of them that have beaten the previous levels, and then what's the percentage that have beaten this boss? Because sometimes in games like this, there's like a significant drop-off that happens, or like beyond a certain point. Oh man, I was trying to curve around that. Beyond a certain point, like the completion rate of certain achievements goes from like, you know, 40, 50, 60% down to like 20, 30%. Like it's just a tremendous drop-off. Seen it before. Oh, okay, the Grim. Yeah, I do see Grim's got something for us. We'll find a good opportunity to check it out, Grim. See what he's got for us. Hup, hup, hup. And kapow. Shockwaves are brutal. I still can't believe I got hit twice by that one. Actually, yes, I can. I can believe it because I'm, once again, very good at video games. Boink. It makes me sad that we lost not only the shield ability, we also lost the grappling hook. And it said, when I picked up the grappling hook, it said like you can hold the mouse button to charge the punches. And I could never get that to work. I don't know if it just doesn't work, or if it's a case-specific thing, if you can only do it at higher ratings. When it's at like score of, you know, A or B or S or something like that. It's like, it sounded great. It's like, yeah, do more like it. I could definitely do for a damage bonus here, but we were not worthy, clearly. What's the boss's name? I don't actually know. The name of the NPC that he took over is called Felipe. So I'd maybe just call him like the Felipe boss. Or is he also the final boss of Zone 1 in this game? So I'd call him the Zone 1 boss. Yeah, we haven't seen like a... He has a health bar, but there's no name on the health bar. And actually, none of the bad guys have names. Come think of it. Yeah, none of the bad guys have names that I've seen, at least. We just know that the NPCs are Ruby and Felipe, and I think the boss name is Frank. I'm guessing the boss is going to be the final boss. Will be the shift boss. Oop. If you would like spawn other bad guys, even if it was like a sometimes thing, like if you spawn bad guys, like other dudes for us to fight, maybe like once every 100 damage. Because we just crossed from 300 to 200. Like, even that would be helpful. But just nothing until you get down to half health is brutal. If I just don't take any more damage, we could potentially get there. It's a tall order. Us short guys, we don't do great with tall orders. Oh, especially not when that happens. 7.2%? Oh my god, thank you for looking that up, Grim. But that confirms my suspicions that this is brutal. This is brutal. I appreciate looking that up. That is nifty. And appropriate. Like I said, that tracks is what I'm seeing here. And I'm on normal difficulty. I guess if nothing else, we could lower the difficulty. I could be a punk. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. I could be a punk ass bitch and lower the difficulty. Oh, heck. Ran out of jumps. Oh, I just took double. Over half my health. Brutal, man. Yeah, I'm guessing on this you were able to find that on the Steam page. Ooh. Yeep. Yeep. Hup. Yeah, I wonder if the developer has worked on any patches for the game, because I saw on the Steam updates page. I can't reach it. Hup. Hup. There we go. That it had an update for the launch, and that was the last update. And the game's been out for about 2 months, I think. Oh shit. Oh, so what if the developer has... And I'm not trying to say like, oh man, the dev needs to work on their shit, it sucks. But I'm just wondering if the dev is working on anything to like, you know, to balance anything out or fix some of the bugs we've seen. Because we've seen just that, really just that one bug. Just that one like bug that is, I think, the game's fault, where you die in midair, there's a chance the death animation will not complete correctly and it will have you hard locked. Just no fun. Yeah, that is nice though. I'm glad you... I feel like I've seen that before, but I couldn't remember off the top of my head. Usually if I'm looking at the Steam achievements, I'm looking for something I own. It's not something I've had to check in a while. Oop, oop. Ouch. I'm trying to like... Ooh, god, that was unfortunate timing. I was trying to like position myself, but he just happened to use the worst move at the worst time. Yeah, I'm trying different like combinations of like, what if I'm queuing up a big attack, I like multiple times. Does that do anything extra? Any extra damage? Nothing. Nothing. Goddamn. I guess me punching him probably won't do anything. Punch. Oh god. Yeah, punching does nothing, which makes sense. That's how it works with most bad guys in this game. You have to punch them only when they're available for the glory hole kill. 2.8% of the gamers have beaten the final boss. And his name is Frank. And I think Frank's name of the shift boss. That does track. And for all I know, there might be cheeses for this boss. And actually, like I said, one cheese would potentially be to like just let yourself die in that kind of weird glitchy animation, and just let the ball bounce around and just claim that as your dub, because the boss probably would die from the ball just bouncing on its own. Be cheaty as fuck, but that might at least be enough to get the Chivo. Does anybody have any Steam achievements that are like extremely rare Steam achievements where it's like, 0.01% of gamers have this. Oh, shit. I'll try a few more times. Well, I might just try 1 or 2 more times. Because I'm getting a little bit tired of this. Yeah, if you check your Steam page, you can see, like, and your Steam profile, you can actually, there's an option on your Steam profile to have a, what's the word for, like a showcase, a Steam achievement showcase that shows, like, all the rarest achievements you have. There's a handful I have that are quite rare. Maybe not 0.01, but 0.1% or 0.2% have them. And usually it's because it's a game, like in the case of Magicka. Like, Magicka's a good example of this, where it's a game that has been out for a long time. Oh boy, but some of the Steam achievements are DLC specific. So if you don't have this DLC, you probably can't get this achievement. Ouch. Especially like the later, oh shit, like the later DLCs, the later expansions that were added well after the game had kind of, gone. I shouldn't say lost its popularity, but its popularity had dwindled. I've got a couple of those. And actually, since we tried playing Magicka with some friends a couple months ago, and none of us could get the game to function reliably enough to even like play the game at all. It would just always crash the desktop. You try to start a lobby or try to start even a solo instance. I'm getting worse. I'm sorry, I'm getting worse at this game. Goddamn. So yeah, I wonder if it's to the point now where the game is just unplayable now. I guess unless you, I mean, I don't know. I guess I could probably grind it out for hours and try to find some kind of configuration. Try, launch with admin privileges, launch with compatibility mode, Windows XP, System Pack 2. Like if there's some kind of way to try to grind it out, but it might just be bupkis. Yeah, I would say my patience with this boss battle is beginning to wear a little thin. And maybe my patience with the game in general is also wearing thin. This might be my last attempt. 1% or less, yeah. Football Manager, ooh, nice. That's impressive. 0.06. Or, yeah, 0.6 rather. Yeah, that's awesome. Is it like, yeah, for one specific achievement? Because that is impressive. Because not a ton of people played it, yeah. That's usually how it goes too, although it's percentage based. So it's not so much about like a matter of, has no one else gotten this versus of the people that do have it, what's the percentage of like the player base that have gotten it? Because Magicka is a decently popular game from back in the day. As far as indie game darlings go, Magicka was definitely a big one for a bit there. Because yeah, there's some games I have where like, if I play the game like the day it launched, you get a pretty rare achievement that's pretty hard to get. You could get a game or an achievement that 0% of people have because you're so early on in the grand scheme of things. But of course it won't last, obviously, because eventually other gamers will figure it out. But it's like, ooh, I'm part of this exclusive club. I'm so cool. So, oh, and Caves of Cud, very nice, very nice. There's many achievements I don't have in that game. In fact, I only have just a few, really. I have a few achievements. I've not played the game in like a year, and that is a very good game. B-raking. And kapow. I dodge all the bullshit and hit him with my own bullshit. Where is it? There it is. Bullshit found. Oh shit, lasers. Oop. Now, let me grab it from that far away. That was a very far grab. Far reaching. Woo! Makes me sad that there's so much lag with that attack. It's a cool attack. Oh, don't like that one though. Like the shockwaves. Big fan of not the shockwaves. Click. Oh, laser. Did not get hit by it, thankfully. Oop, oop. It was like punching in vain. Ooh, shit. Punching the air in vain. Oop. Nope. And got the big balls. I got the small balls. And the big lag. I got that too. Weird how it sometimes like pops in midair. Maybe if like my ball goes through it, It pops it or something. Thump, 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 thump. If I can, oh my god, if I can last for another 91 damage, he'll start spawning bad guys. But then he'll do his bullshit dash attack, which makes me big sad. That attack sucks. It sucks butt and not the good ways. It's like inside of him. My balls inside of him. Balls of steel. Last two biomes. Ooh, nice. Oh, wait. Oh, no, not nice. Not nice. Save got corrupted. That is not nice. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Was that, I know they did a pretty significant round of bug fixes and changes pretty recently. So I'm guessing that was probably before the bug fixes. Shore up those issues. Oop. Oh, that was dangerous. Oh, that was it. Man, I feel like I was doing good there. I was doing good, but all fell apart. I think I've had my fill of this game. It's a shame that boss is such an enormous spike in difficulty. I'm not necessarily bothered by it, and I think we could eventually get it. But I don't know if I have the patience for it. I'm getting kind of tired. It's getting late anyway, and we still need to do the giveaways, so that's a good opportunity as any to go and wrap up for the night. Just how it goes. Just how it goes. Yeah, not a ton of people play. Don't even really play a lot of football and soccer, sports games. Yeah. Says, what was I doing? I'm with you. I don't really play a lot of those kinds of games myself. I enjoy usually more arcadey games. Cleared every single map of every tile. Wow, that's amazing. But then the save got, man, that sucks. Yeah. So it's probably been a while since you played it. Sorry to hear that happen. That shit would take the wind out of anyone's sails. But anyway, yeah, so this game's a weird one because you've heard my general spiel with the game. I don't really know if there's much else I could say about the game. I really appreciate that it tries to do something different. I really appreciate this is a very unique game. And of course, you might say, well, Alex, how unique can it really be when you can call out two games that's a combination of? But still, I've never seen anybody attempt a game like this. A game that takes Lethal League and Ultra Kill and tries to make them kiss within arena battle, arena shooter, score attack kind of gameplay stylings. It's unique, and I love that they're trying something different. It doesn't quite perfectly land. Gun to my head, would I give it a positive or negative review on Steam? I don't know. I would say that I wouldn't give it a negative review, but I would also say I wouldn't give it a positive review. It's $10.99, so it's $11. I hate to say it, but I might, if again, gun to my head, I might have to say negative. I might have to say I would give it a negative review. If not just because, like, for me, it's enough, but I think for a lot of people, this is not quite enough, because I think it gets, I never found myself bored, and I never found myself getting tired of it, except for the boss battle. The boss battle, and that's an easy fix. The boss battle, I think, is an easy thing that can be balanced to be a little bit less bullshit. I would say, in fact, yeah, I'm kind of curious. Like Grim found out for us, the percentage of folks who have beaten the first boss is an extremely small percentage of overall gamers. So, like, that to me is indicative of the fact that that's a huge stopping point. Yeah. So die 11 times. I never did reach S rank, and that's not necessarily a knock in the game. That's probably me just being shitty at the game. But, like, yeah, I mean, it's just a pretty small percentage. Die 10 times, die 11 times. That tells me that, I mean, it doesn't take much to die in this game. So if there were people that were struggling to die 10 or 11 times, that tells me a lot of people just didn't really see this game through beyond the first, like, hour or two. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but also maybe not terribly surprising. So I think there are things that would be fairly easy to improve with the game. I think the boss battle could be made less shitty by, again, just have them spawn the bad guys a little bit earlier, and that's it. That's all you have to do, because then you can use them to get your health back. Pause the game 50 times. That's so specific. And there's collectibles. Oh, I guess like the rings are collectibles, but you find those in cutscenes, or like not cutscenes, but like story moments. Like, hardly a collectible. Hit the ball 5 times or without it detonating. Like, what does that mean, though? Because, of course, you have to hit it 5 times. Like, you have to hit it all over the place without it detonating. I wonder what detonate means in that sense. Maybe that involves something else that we never unlocked. Let the ball detonate 50 times. One of each enemy, yeah. And that's actually kind of weird too. Kill one of each enemy is 0.1%. That's awfully surprising. Stay idle for 30 seconds in a level. I guess you could do that in the tutorial level, I guess, probably. Bunch of S ranks. Yeah, I'm looking for the one that says defeat Frank. There's defeat Frank. Yeah, manage your material. And beat the game, yeah. Glory kill after bouncing off a bumper. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's a shame because this game is like, there's a lot of things that are going well for it. But the things that I think would still make me give it a negative review is the fact there's just, you only have one way of doing damage to bad guys. That makes me sad. You only have one way of doing damage to bad guys. And the fact there's a bunch of different enemies helps. And there's different levels helps. And some of the levels are indeed quite different. But at the same time, I was just going from arena to arena. It didn't really feel like a cohesive experience. The story beats do help mix it up a little bit. I don't know, it's just hard to get, it was hard to like really get into it, you know? At no point did I feel myself getting sucked in. Or did I think to myself, wow, this feels great. It just felt okay. And I never felt very confident while dealing with the physics and dealing with the, not the physics, but dealing with like the movement mechanics. So I would say for me, yes, this game is neat. And I didn't not enjoy it. But for the overall gaming public, I think this game comes up a little bit short just in general. So, and again, you know, there's some technical issues. There was that one, you know, soft lock we saw a couple times. So there's some negative aspects that are fairly easy, I think, to improve with technical fixes, that kind of deal. But I think at its core, there's, you know, it's just not really enough, I think, for most of us. But glad I tried it out, and I'm grateful to Keymailer for giving us a review key for the game. And once again, kudos to the developers. If the developers happen upon the video on YouTube that's on right now, or the one I upload after the fact, to my archive channel, if the developers happen upon this game and they hear me, hopefully I know it doesn't sound like I'm being mean or like I'm shitting on the game. I think the game does a lot of things very well, and just the creativity of this game as a concept. I'll say this much: I would gladly take this game over the, you know, hundreds, thousands of games that are just, I shouldn't say copy pasted, or I know it sounds mean or dismissive to say low effort, but there's just a lot of games that are just the same thing as, you know, it's a Call of Duty clone, it's a Halo clone, it's a this clone. You know, there's so many shooters especially that are just by the numbers. So at least this game is trying something different, and to that I'll give them kudos. And I'll say this much: if you like weird shit, if you like Lethal League, and you like the idea of a first-person Lethal League Ultra Kill kind of game, I wouldn't not recommend the game. So if you are into, if the concept of the game is alluring to, then by all means, I recommend it. But for like the overall gaming public, I don't know if this has like much mainstream appeal necessarily, and maybe even mainstream isn't the right word, but I have a hard time thinking of who I would recommend this to, unless they're like really into those two kinds of games. And they're down for it. Also, I'll say this much: the game does have a demo. The game has a free demo. Play the demo. Let that be what kind of guides your purchasing hand. So that's probably what I would say. Yeah, the slow motion lining up the shots. Yeah. Max Payne, Fear. Yeah, those are great games. Of course, I know what you mean. Now that is the end of the streaming or the gaming section. The gaming piece of tonight's stream. However, we're going to stream a little bit longer because we have some giveaway keys to offer up to you, dear viewer. You with the face. You're listening in right now. You, tonight, can win some Steam keys for goddamn free. We have 3 keys we're giving out for tonight, my friends. I was showing off the Discord server earlier because, for one thing, we have these beautiful, glorious MS Paint challenges. So beautiful, so glorious. But also, we have these giveaways. We have 1 giveaway each, 1 key each for Conquest Dark, Curse Mark, and Hell Clock. We have 3 giveaways we're going to do right the heck now. And if you would like to join in on said giveaways, it is not too late. Anybody can join in. Anybody at all can join in on the giveaway. And if you do so, you're able, or rather, in order to do so, you have to join the Discord server and post a message into those giveaway channels. The giveaway channels are open for participation, but they will not be for long because I'm about to lock them down. So if you'd like to join in on the giveaways, make sure you pop in to the Discord server if you're not already in it. And if you are in it, then make sure you post a message into the giveaway channels of your choosing. You can post into as many giveaway channels as you want. There are 3 giveaway channels open. You can post into 1 of them, into 2 of them, into all 3 of them. That's fine. It's only one entry point per person, so it's maximum of one per person. As far as like how many tickets, I guess, how many raffle tickets, so to speak. But it's free to enter. Like I said, you just post a message and that's it. And it's possible, by the way, for multiple people. I'm sorry, for one person to win multiple keys. So it's possible that one person could win a key for Hellclock and a key for Curse Mark, for instance. That being said, if you've already won any of these games from me in the past, you won't be able to win the same game again. I think the only game that we've featured in the giveaways that we're doing tonight, at least, is Conquest Dark. We've done 2 giveaways for Conquest Dark. Oh no, just one giveaway for Conquest Dark. And we have not done any giveaways for Hellclock. Yeah, so Hellclock and Curse Mark are first timers, and Conquest Dark is the first time. Or is a repeating giveaway. So anyway, random name generator, or not name generator, name picker. Random name picker. There we go. So, like I've done before, we're going to, oh, hold on, that's not the right one. That was one I would use. That was right. I thought it was this one. Here we go. I found it. It's under Giga Calculator. This is what I'm using for anybody curious. If you're curious to know what we're using for these giveaways for picking the names. So I'm just gonna go from the top down. We're gonna start with Conquest Dark. Conquest Dark is the first one. Then we'll do Curse Mark. Then we'll do Hellclock. I'm just going to kind of go down and just copy and paste the names that have entered. That's kind of weird. It's actually not showing the names. We need to close Discord. It's being a little bit, because usually the like OBS mode is enabled, but if I disable it, usually it should show the names, but it's still not showing it. I see that it's not really loading correctly. I'm actually gonna restart Discord. It's being kind of squirrely. I'm gonna go and restart Discord. Because yeah, usually when I kill streamer mode on OBS or on Discord, usually it lets me see the names of people. Kind of hard to enter people into the raffle if I can't see the names, obviously. They're screen names. But anyway, so what I'll say is, yeah, we're gonna do the giveaways. We're gonna roll all 3 giveaways, and we'll draw the winners tonight. There we go. Disable it. There we go. Now I can see all the names. Oh no, now I can't. What the heck? Bizarre. Okay, now I disabled again. That's weird. I had to click it multiple times. All right, so as I'm assembling all this, like I said, we're going to be doing the giveaways, and I will be locking down the channel soon. It's not too late, though. If you're trying to join in, all you got to do is join the Discord server and post a message into... Oh, shit, that's the wrong one. There we go. That's the link to the Discord server. So that is linked to the Discord server. If you're trying to join in, all you have to do is click that Discord link, and you also have to go through some verification steps to be able to enter messages. So if you're trying to join in on these giveaways and you're getting held up by the verification steps, I think you have to get like a verification email to verify your account, all that jazz. If you're waiting on that kind of thing, let me know. If you're trying to join the Discord server at the end here and you need like an extra 30 seconds or so, let me know. We can try to squeeze you in. But generally speaking, we're going to be rolling this pretty soon here. So like I said, the opportunity is about to end for a bunch of these. What I will say is that Conquest Dark, the first one we're rolling the giveaway for, is a very cool little game. We played it last year for the first time, and I really enjoyed it. It is a Survivors-like game, a very good one. Because it's a Survivors-like game, it is a budget title. It's fairly cheap on Steam, but it's very good. It has like full 3D models, and has kind of a more kind of Conan the Barbarian, kind of like Dungeons and Dragons kind of a aesthetic to it, but it's very good. If you like Survivors-like, this game is or Survivors-likes games, it's very good. Bullet Heaven games, very, very good. Highly recommend if you are into that kind of deal. It's very good. I enjoyed it a bunch. All right, so we're going to lock down the giveaway channel for Conquest Dark. Right now, we're locking that one down. We're going to roll the giveaway key for Conquest Dark. Conquest Dark giveaway is going to win. Winner is going to be AKG. AKG Skull, who is one of our Vermintide 2 streamer buddies. We actually get to play games with him last year when I played Vermintide 2 for the first time. So, congrats to AKG. If you're listening in right now, congrats, my man. And if not, I will DM you poisonally. I shall DM you the goods. So AKG Skull wins the giveaway for Conquest Dark. Like I said, I shall make sure to reach out to him individually to give him the goods. I always tell people that you don't have to be present in the stream for the giveaways in order to like take the dub. You don't have to be present if to claim the keys. I will DM each party individually their winnings. That's nice and easy. close the post down on next is Cursemark. Cursemark, a game I thoroughly enjoyed when I streamed this earlier this year. It was like maybe about 2 months or so ago. Very, very good game. I played Cursemark for the first time. I guess it was not too long after it first launched, but really, really good game. It is a roguelike that is styled kind of in a similar way to Dark Souls. It's a 2D game, so it doesn't look a whole lot like Dark Souls at first glance, but the aesthetic and just kind of the overall mood of the game is very similar. Now, you do play a dude who's got a huge sword, he's got a suit of armor, there are magic spells you can cast, so there's some Dark Souls overlap for sure. And the kind of battle rhythm, the rhythm of how combat works in the game is also, I would say, Dark Soulsian in some ways. But it's a roguelike through and through, and it's a very interesting, persistent world that I really enjoy. There's not really a ton of procedural generation, which I actually kind of like. The world is very bespoke, and the enemy selections are I think, maybe somewhat procedurally generated, but a lot of the stuff is pretty by the books. But and there is meta progression. You are leveling yourself up. You are getting temporary upgrades as you go through. It's good. It's a very good game and very, very underrated. Cursemark, very, very good game. Last I saw on Steam, it didn't have a ton of reviews. As I look now, it has like 100. Okay, it has like a little bit less than 500 reviews, and I think it deserves way more. Very good game. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, highly, highly recommended. Cursemark giveaway is happening right now. I'm going to go and lock down the channel. No other stragglers or latecomers. So Silverent is the last one. Silverent is there. There they are. I see them. I see them. There they are. All right. So giveaway coming in hot for Conquest. No, not for Conquest. For Cursemark. And here we go. It's going to be Aleph. Aleph gets the key for Cursemark. Aleph, if you're listening in, you're coming away with a key for Cursemark tonight. Congrats to you, my dude. I will DM you the key for that one shortly. Last one is going to be probably maybe not necessarily the big one, but is a good one as well. This is actually the game we were playing last week. We played, or I guess it was the week prior. We played a decent bit of Hell Clock. I think I streamed it twice. Or was it just once? I can't remember. But yeah, we played it. We've played it a couple times on stream just in general. Another very solid roguelike. This one being more Diablo-inspired. Diablo 2 inspired. Very cool roguelike that has a timing mechanic where you only have like 7 minutes or 8 minutes. I can't remember what it is, but the timer, the titular Hell Clock is counting down. You have to like get as far as you can in that time allotted before the Hell Clock ticks down and you die, because when the timer reaches 0, the run is done and you're dead. Even if you don't run out of health, even if you've got plenty of health, if the timer ticks to 0, then that's it. So the timing is always working against you. The nice thing though is that there are upgrades, temporary and otherwise, to try to increase the timer, try to replenish time, give you a better chance of reaching the end, or at least getting to a new boss, getting further each time. But again, the meta progression kind of helps to nudge you along. It's got a great aesthetic and a surprisingly deep story that is based on historical events that took place, I want to say in Brazil. I think it's a Brazilian developer. So very, very good game and very unusual. The pacing is not going to be to everyone's liking necessarily. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. But yeah, it's definitely an odd one. But another instance of very unique take on the roguelike genre, which I love to see. So anyway, so that one is all set. We've got all the names entered in for this giveaway. I think we are all set. So go ahead and lock the channel down. And this is the last giveaway for the night. 1 key for Hell Clock. It's going to go to Anayushi. So congrats to Anayushi. Thank you for entering. Congrats to all the winners. You came away from a Steam key giveaway tonight. Congratulations. Hope you enjoyed the game. If you did not come away with a giveaway this evening, then do not fret. Do not be sad, because there will be more giveaways in the future. We usually do giveaways every so often, maybe once every few weeks. Kind of depends a lot on the kinds of dare drop campaigns I'm able to join into. I feel like I haven't been doing as many over the past couple months, but there are definitely some games coming down the pipeline that I'm curious about. So I definitely am my eyes peeled for giveaway opportunities, or rather, not giveaway opportunities, for opportunities for me to get extra Steam keys for me to then give away to you, the adoring audience. Because that's what it is. Everyone adores me, obviously. That's what I tell myself. Anyway, though, friends, thank you for hanging out with us. We're going to find a raid target. And there'll be more games this week. I know I posted the schedule a little bit earlier today, and I'll actually need to make a couple of alterations because we're going to be doing some Space Marine 2 on Wednesday with some friends of ours. That'll be a really nice time, and I love Space Marine 2. I'm always down for an opportunity to play that game more. Very, very good game. Very good game. I love the multiplayer the cooperative missions, and I also love the single player campaign too, for that matter. It's just a solid game across the board. So yeah, that's been a very fun one. I'm looking forward a whole bunch to playing that with some homies. That'll be good. Oh, speaking of homies, by the way, Grim, are you still listening in? Because I do have your video. Grim, if you're still listening in, we can watch your video, but I forgot all about that shit. So you're still here? Yeah, let's watch your video real quick. My apologies. I almost went right off without watching that shit. I promised Grim. I gave him my gamer word. Okay, I didn't say any gamer words. I didn't do that, but there's a difference. Your gamer word versus saying gamer words.
I felt stuck.
Totally different.
And I wanted more.
You know what I mean. Let's watch this video. Thank you, Grim, for that redemption.
Lock in on.
Thank you for your patience.
Ashley, my God.
Oh, you want to save it? Let's do that. Let's save it. So now we know. This is a sneak peek. Oh, you're saying if I would rather save it? Well, now, okay, I'm curious. Now I want to watch it. I was like, oh, we could do a free taste, just a free sample. But now, knowing that Joe Biden gets to meet Leon Kennedy and just Ashley Graham, I think, knowing that this meeting of the minds gets to happen, now I'm curious. So we will indeed watch this. I'm kind of curious. Here we go.
He actually saved you.
Hello, Father.
Leon, so how did it go? Did you kill all of the villagers?
No, I didn't kill a single one.
Well, what's wrong, Leon? You love killing.
Well, Mr. President, when I got to the village, I was prepared to kill them all, but something crazy happened. I was captured. Instead of killing me, they taught me their way of life. They took me in, and I became one of them. They weren't savages at all. They had books and toilets like normal, civilized humans.
What the hell are you talking about?
After living alongside them, I've learned about American imperialism and the role it's played in underdeveloped countries.
Oh shit, here we go.
Fuck?
I saw firsthand what our military-industrial complex does to poor countries. The sheer destruction, exploitation, and humiliation.
Jesus Christ, Leon. This is the fucking plot of Avatar. You can't be serious.
I'm dead serious.
He's not wrong.
And another thing, Joe. I'm done working with you or any other pawn of the American empire.
Get a grip. They kidnapped my fucking daughter. Ashley, please explain to him.
Leon is right. The U.S. wasn't interested in saving me. They were only interested in obtaining the precious amber deep under the village.
Ah, what the fuck is
What the
going
fuck?
on?
We're just messing with you, Biden. Of course I killed them all.
Hey,
Oh my God,
got
you
him.
motherfucker. You really got me there. That's so funny.
You got fooled, old man!
Kick.
Motherfucker!
But you did get the amber, right? Right?
Yeah. But for real, that's much more important. That was delightful. It does make me a little bit sad. Those were clearly AI voices. Which is a little bit upsetting. I mean, you know, it's how it goes. It's how it goes. I know. Like, I would much rather somebody doing a very bad Joe Biden impression than someone doing a very bad Leon Kennedy impression. But, yeah, what can you do? It was still enjoyable. I still enjoyed. Yeah, plagiarizing the plot of Avatar. That's right, man. You love killing. He's not wrong. He actually saved you. He actually did it. He had zero faith. I thought he was gonna like draw his knife or draw his gun or something. He got the amber, had to sell it for the sweet weapon upgrades. Yeah, when I think about like the amber, I'm trying to think of what amber could be referring to. Because in the game, yeah, you get like jewels and spinels and that kind of thing, which you sell for upgrades. Sweet weapon upgrades. Yeah, Ashley Graham Biden. That's right. That's her full name. There it is. A hot spy lady in a red dress took it. There you go. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. All right, let's find a raid target. Let's go and wrap it up for the night. Fun stream. Even though the game we played was not exactly a 5-star banger, like I said, I probably wouldn't recommend it overall, but it is what it is. I still had a good time. I still enjoyed myself, and I still enjoy my time with the game, so I can't complain. Yeah, I mentioned that we've got some fun games we're playing later this week. We play. In fact, I think Grim, you're gonna be one of the ones joining us for some Space Marines. So prepare thyself, prepare thy loins, and prepare to gird them. That'll be a fun time. We have other things for this week as well. For one thing, Shift at Midnight comes out this week, and I'm excited about that one. Desktop Explorers, we'll probably play that one next. The Guns and Goblins demo opens up. I got a demo key. I got not really a Steam key because I think that's like it'll be a public demo, I think. But in the odd chance that it isn't, I got permission to stream that on Friday. That'll be fun. So we got some cool stuff to look forward to. And then probably next week we'll jump into the Gal Guardians games. We got fun stuff ahead of us, friends. Fun stuffies. I do see that Nissa is live. She is always a perfect raid target because she usually goes kind of late. and she is a fellow late-night weirdo degenerate, which is always a fun time. Zaicho is live as well, but he has a lot of viewers. I like to raid people that are a little bit more my speed, so let's raid Nissa. Yeah, that'll be a fun time. No, that'll be perfect, Grim. Yeah, you and Neem, that's a dream team. The Grim Neem Dream Team is what we'll call it. Trying to get Neem with, yeah, no, she's awesome. No, it was fun getting, we actually got to game with her when she was, when she joined in on Mecha Chameleon. Because I think she was in either the first or second Mecha Chameleon group I was in. So we got a brief taste of what it's like getting a game with her, so I'm always down for more. Always down for more. Now, we'll be happy to include you, Grim. It'll be a good time. Be a good old time, my friends. Looking forward to it. In the meantime, raid into Nissa begins, my friends. I will see you guys there. I'm going to have a great night. And I'm not going to say see you tomorrow because I don't want to put the onus and expectation on you, dear viewer. But I will be here most likely tomorrow. And I'm happy to have you if anybody else wants to join in on watching and chatting and goofing along with us. If anybody's just dying to know, by the way, my socials page does have all of my stuff. It has my social media pages. It's got my other stream platforms. It's got the Discord server. For the stream platforms, I should mention, I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on TikTok, and I'm live on Twitch. Twitch is the main one, but I'm live on a lot of places right now. So I try to cast a wide net and have a presence in a lot of places if I can help it. And I'm happy to have people watch wherever they want to watch, but Twitch is the main one, so it's generally what I recommend as far as where people watch, because you get the closest to the source experience. Some of the games we play have Twitch integration built in, which is nice. And also we have the channel point redemptions, like Grim demonstrated, where you can actually interact with the stream and kind of guide us with the kind of activities we get up into. So I'm a little bit biased, but I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. And like I said, all that stuff can be found in that socials page. And that's going to do it. I'll see you guys around. Thank you again for watching. Thanks for chilling with us. And my God, we had so many raids tonight. Holy shit. We had Vexilus raid us, Gratoffy, Woo, Jimmy the Rabbit, Gamertech, so many raids. What is that, 5 raids tonight? My God, that's crazy. Freaking crazy. I appreciate all the support, all the nice folks popping and helping us out. Y'all are super cool. I'll see you around. And if there's any changes to the schedule for this week, by the way, if I end up making any changes to the schedule, or if I have to cancel any streams, that kind of thing, I'll make sure to update the streaming schedule channel and the Discord server. So if you want to keep apprised as to what's going on each stream, or each week at least, the schedule channel in the Discord server has the goods. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys around. Everyone have a great night, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.